Alright guys, we are officially live for Not So Stock Gaming's semi-pro bracket tournament. Sorry we're a little bit late here, we had some technical difficulties. One of our team members is unfortunately without power right now. So it looks like we have two round 1 games, Asian Gaming Network versus Really Long Name, as well as Chinese Overlords versus Shadow Hoax Gaming. So I'm going to check those rosters, see if I know anybody from either of those teams, and we can potentially pick up a round 1 game pretty quickly here. There's 5 minutes till matches can begin, so I've got to be a little bit faster than normal, unfortunately. There's also some roster changes that do need to get affected, guys, so if teams are trying to field invalid summoners, please just let us know, and we will get those roster changes affected for them if they emailed us before 7 o'clock. I apologize, there are about 3 or 4 to still go in. They won't be showing on the website yet. Alright, so it looks like Sebster is a member of Reliable Internet, so we're potentially going to be joining him here. Oh, I apologize, it's not a round number 1 game, I'm looking at the wrong team names. Alright, so I'm gonna find another summoner there. That was my mistake, guys. I was somehow looking at the wrong team rosters there. So if somebody's on the Twitch chat right now, and they're a member of Chinese Overlords, Shadow Hoax Gaming, Asian Gaming Network, or Really Long Name, go ahead and let us know and we'll jump into your game. I find Chinese Overlords here. Apologize for the delay here, guys. Just trying to find myself a lobby. If we can't find a lobby, I will get into it through... I'll get into it through LawNexus if I can't find a lobby, but it is nice to see those picks and bans. Just trying to find a summoner name from one of those teams, get them added to my friends list. Shadow Hoax Gaming, I do believe, has a round 1 game, and that is SHG. Alright, I believe I have the SHGs on my friends list. Yeah, I do. Apparently he's in game already, or still. SHG, no idea. Is that on there? Yes, it is, as well as the SHG Icicle. Alright. So it appears that SHG will be participating. That is Shadow Hoax Gaming. I do have, I believe that they're only... Am I SHG? Alright, so just getting this sorted out here, guys. We will get the tournament underway momentarily. Hello to Twitch chat. I apologize I haven't been watching that as close as it should be. Asian Tentacles and the boy who space kicked. Hello. Alright guys, I'm going to go over some roster changes and get those done while we're waiting for this lobby. Guys, so apologize for the delays here. Just getting the team started. Alright guys, traditionally no, you do not need an admin in your games with you. The only time we have an admin in the game is when we are streaming that matchup. I have decided that we're going to be streaming the matchup between Shadowhost Gaming and their opponents, who are Chinese Overlords. It's going to be Chinese Overlords versus Shadowhost Gaming. And that's going to be our round 1 game for tonight's Not So Stock Gaming semi-pro bracket tournament, where teams composed of summoners ranked gold through diamond may participate. Alright guys, I apologize for my silence here. We do have 5 members from Chinese Overlords into the game here, just waiting on SHG to be ready to play. They do have 13 minutes remaining. Question in Twitch chat of why is a team not in the bracket. Teams are required to check in. Just one summoner has to go to that match reporting link before the game start, before 6:45, and say that they are here and ready to play, or else they will not be made, not be transferred over to the bracket. Just to prevent teams from having unnecessary buys. SHG is ready to go here. Just waiting for them to get into the lobby. Ninja Genji. I will double check your check-ins. We do have a... Are you on Team Kitten Caboose? Because you checked in at 7:03 if so. There was also a check-in from 6:47, which is again past the cutoff. The last check-in we accepted was at 6:44 from Team Really Long Name. Technically their name is Really Long Name just to piss off the casters when they say our name, but you know, it's really way too long for me to say. Unfortunately, we are not accepting late check-ins. If your team is here and available, if for one reason or other one of the teams that's on the bracket cannot participate, we can potentially swap you in for their place, but we won't know that for about 10-15 minutes still. Sorry, 10 minutes, 10-11 minutes until officially teams can be disqualified for no-shows. Alright, Shadowhost Gaming getting to this game is going to be Chinese Overlords on the blue side versus Shadowhost Gaming on the purple side. We also have Asian Gaming Network versus Really Long Name as the other round 1 game. All other teams have received a bye into round 2. Right off the bat, we're going to have Chromatic versus Reliable Internet facing off in round 2, as well as Finding Summoner's Rift versus Lost Kid in Africa. Those games are free to start. Since both teams are in that bracket, they can start right away. And then they'll just be waiting for their opponents once they finish up. grab the name list for them. So they're having some issues with invite powers. Once again, guys, if you do have an opponent showing in your bracket, you're free to start your game as soon as you and your opponents are ready. For the 4 games that are showing opponents right now, they are supposed to start by 7:15. So make sure you try and get a hold of your opponents there. Alright, so we've got 5 members from both teams here. Just got news that we may have another showcaster joining us tonight. So I'll get that info for you guys momentarily. That Twitch name, I forget his Twitch name. Ah, it's Ruby for Vigor. Alright. Ruby for Vigor may be joining us after the first game here to shoutcast the rest of this tournament, or potentially just a match there. We'll see how things go there and how comfortable he is on that. If he's got the time to come through, it'd be awesome to have an additional caster with me tonight. Once again, guys, this is a not-so-stock gaming tournament. This is our semi-pro bracket, where summoners must be ranked gold through diamond to participate. Got a question in Twitch chat. So we all report our scores at this link after the match? Yes, that is the match report link you posted into Twitch chat. Once you've finished your game, go ahead and just go over to that page, type in your summoner name, team name, select the round, click win or lose, and then submit it to us, and we will get the results affected onto the bracket. Lucian and Lulu getting banned out right off the bat by Chinese overlords. Evelyn and Jace from SHG. See what this third ban coming out of Chinese overlords is. Unfortunately, I didn't check the ranks on SHG currently, but I did see. Sorry for the stumble there. I did see that Chinese overlords is sitting as all diamond summoners. Shadowhost Gaming is a team that has participated in our events before. They've performed fairly well. So we'll see how this match plays out. I do forget, unfortunately, what they're in their current rank, so I guess we could take a quick look into that, see those profiles. Looks like it's going to be 1 diamond, 2 diamonds. Can we have 3 diamonds? Alright, so we may have a complete diamond roster for both teams here tonight. For our round 1 game between Chinese Overlords and Shadowhost Gaming. That is indeed 2 teams that are full of diamond players. So a nice balanced game here, potentially. In the banning phase, the last bans there are Lee Sin and Yasuo. 2 fairly standard and strong bans. Personally, I don't enjoy playing with Lee Sin in the game, and I've had some problems dealing with Yasuos that different levels of play. Caitlyn gets selected for Chinese Overlords, and then a Tristana is hovered over from SHG. If I recall correctly, we've seen SHG successfully play that Tristana in the past. Of course, there's a Tristana not actually selected there, gets swapped out for a Nami, or Iona getting locked in as well. Alright guys, for anybody just joining us here, this is a Not-So-Stuck Gaming semi-pro bracket tournament where summoners must be ranked gold through diamond to participate. This is Dark Orb shoutcasting for you right now. We're going to be joined by an additional caster after this first game potentially. If we reach 75 viewers, we're going to be doing a mystery skin giveaway for one lucky Twitch chat viewer. As well as if we reach 100 viewers, we'll be doing an RP code giveaway. It's a $10 RP code to, again, one lucky member of the Twitch chat. If you head over to our Facebook page, if we reach 100 likes over there at any point in time, we will be doing a giveaway to the people who have liked our Facebook page as well. That will be, once again, a $10 RP card. We're seeing Morgana and Kha'Zix locked in for Chinese Overlords. So the bot lane pairing, they're going to be Caitlyn Morgana. No heal on the Caitlyn. Potentially going to see these guys trading those summoners around if those summoner spells are accurate. You see the Tristana hovered over again, this time locked in for SHG, as well as a J4 in the jungle. Aurelia hovered over for Chinese Overlords and a LeBlanc getting selected. See if those get locked in. Why do doctors hate me there? Bobbing back and forth from LeBlanc to Kassadin. Two really strong assassin champions. Pairing that mid lane assassin with the jungle assassin. Aurelia's gonna have to be pretty beefy if she gets locked in. Just waiting for SHG Icicle to select his champion. I am slightly confused. We saw Kassadin get flopped out for Braum. That's going to mean that Morgana is in the mid lane, potentially. I was assuming a Morgana support, but with that heal it makes slightly more sense, unless they're going to be trading those champions as I had suspected. Braum, of course, a very strong support champion right now, the prepped support by many high-level support players. Either banned out or selected in the majority of games. Uh-oh, we just lost two members of SHG. Alright, so we're going to get back into this game here in a moment. A little bit of a rough start here tonight. We're going to get things going though. We're now seeing those ranks showing up. Diamond 3s, Diamond 5, Diamond 5, Diamond 1, Diamond 4. For Chinese Overlords in the Diamond 3, 4, 2, 4, 5 for SHG. So a pretty strong showing on both teams. We saw SHG having a platinum team in both 5s and 3s. Take a quick look at what Chinese Overlord is showing for any kind of ranked teams. They have one member of the gold team. See, like, all these guys potentially being on the same team. Not actually required by the rules or anything, but Often that is the case, that summoners will play their ranked team and then come play tournaments. Occasionally we have people who are not actually a team, like here we see Bandriadx with no team whatsoever there, which is exactly why the rules go by solo queue ratings, so that we can make sure that summoners like that, who are a decent, play at a decent level, but do not play the team game ranked officially, to still participate. I mean, I would love to drop rank requirements and base it on performance solely, but that is a lot of effort on our part, and the ranks do make it a little bit easier to judge where a person's skill level and progress in game knowledge are. We've got some people in the chat wanting a DQ for SHG because of the champion selection drop. We do enforce same picks and bans when situations like that happen. We consider it a restart, the same as if there are connection issues pre 5 minutes, that teams are allowed to restart those games, as long as they use the same picks and bans. Question in the Twitch chat of, are we only showing one game at a time? Yeah, we tend to, well, we can only show one game at a time with the way Twitch works, unless they had them in different screens or something. But it's nice to follow the entire game the entire way through. So we do one game per round. So this is our round 1 game, and we'll follow the winners of this game into round 2, where they will be facing, I believe, Team Inc. Double check that bracket here. Yes, they are facing, the winners of this round will face Team Inc. And the winners of Asian Gaming Network versus Really Long Name will be going up to face Get Kills or Feed Trying. Chromatic and Reliable Internet are playing the game right now as well, and they'll be playing for a spot in the actually in the semifinals. It's a fairly small tournament tonight, and their opponents in that semifinal match will be either the winners of this game or Team Inc. As the winners of this game will be forced to face Team Inc., and then winners of that game will make it to the semifinals. So we're gonna get back in this game here. Take a look at these team compositions. Nobody had a Cho'Gath. So confused. Some of the Twitch chat saying that Young Typhoon had a Cho'Gath, but these rosters, aside from the Yorick, which hadn't been selected yet, look identical to me. Anyway, so looking at the team compositions, we will have potentially Morgana in the mid lane for Chinese Overlords, with Irelia top and the Kha'Zix in the jungle, meaning the bottom lane pairing will probably be Braum and Caitlyn. I would be surprised to see it as a Morgana-Caitlyn pairing there, especially with the Morgana now having Ignite. The Morgana's matchup, assuming she is mid as we're suspecting here, will be Orianna on Shadowhawks Gaming. Orianna, I do believe, has a slight advantage there, but depending on how Kha'Zix plays his jungle, that will make a huge difference in the mid lane. Of course, J4, Kha'Zix's opponent in the jungle, not as strong of a counter jungle as Kha'Zix can be, and not as much of an assassin. He tends to build beefy and secure those kills with his CC. So we'll see if those playstyles make a huge difference for those mid laners, or if the mid laners can hold their own without jungle support and make a difference for themselves. Of course, the bottom lane matchup here appearing to be Tristana and Nami for Shadowhawks Gaming. Nami is a fairly strong support. We'll see how she fares against Braum. His shield can't stop those bubbles. Or does it stop the bubbles? Somebody Twitch chat, let me know if I've just misspoken there. Spectre delay finally down. We're going to get into load screen here. Alright, so into this low screen we're going to see only 3 diamond trims in the game despite the all-diamond team rosters. So a great job of these summoners climbing that ladder. Nami coming up from gold, the highest increase on either team there. The rest of those summoners showing platinum trims. Of course, we're going to see a River Spirit Nami in this game. At least it's not a Ghost Bride Morgana. There's not going to be any kind of banshee wailing going on every time she recalls. Just some cute River Spirit Nami music to keep us entertained and on our toes. And the infamous Pentakill Yorick joining us all the way from his band. J4 though feeling a little bit left out right now, the only summoner in the game without a skin for their champion. See if that means he's not a J4 main, or if he's just not a skin fanatic. Of course, skins not being a clear indicator of a person's skill level the champion, though. I like to assume that if they've got one, they should know how to play it. Of course, these guys being all diamonds, I would assume they all know how to play anything they would select, especially into a tournament.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Gonna see an invade here from Chinese Overlords. All the way to that river bush, potentially spotted out. Tristana was fairly close. I don't know if she saw them though. Does not appear she did. And there were no pings and she's still just sitting there walking in circles. See if this can translate to a first blood for Chinese Overlords. Gonna pop that ward. Not actually gonna get seen as far as I'm aware. Tristana getting a little bit closer than she wants to that bush. She's gonna get caught out. This could be first blood. Tristana goes down. Great play by Chinese Overlords. Their patience pays off right there. They're gonna go back and set up for their buffs now.
Minions have spawned.
Tristana may still go back to this buff in time to unleash it. She does have 10 seconds to get there. Got a question, is there a way that the match between... Of course, I will get the webpage posted in the Twitch chat there. The bracket is contained in the webpage. You can see who's playing who. Yeah, the summoner names are also contained on the team rosters there on the webpage so that other team members can find their opponents. Of course, that means that if you want to follow a specific team that we're not following with the stream, you can always look up one of those summoners and grab it from LoL Nexus, or if you've got them on your friends list, obviously you can spectate that way as well. So we do appreciate when you know, come join the stream and watch the games that we're following here. Show us your support, especially when you hit that follow button. Makes me super happy. Alright, so no major action after that first blood yet. Both teams trying to get their farm on here. It is Morgana in that mid lane. In a Yorick top for Shadow Host Gaming. I hadn't really considered that top lane matchup. Aurelia versus Yorick could be something to see. I believe the scoreboard is now accurately lined up for you guys, and Chinese Overlords get locked down by a Nami bubble. Caitlyn's gonna be in trouble here. Tristana just rocket jumped right in front of her, and J4 comes out of the woodwork. Is the kill onto Caitlyn for Tristana. Start some Twitch chat banner there about team really long name, just to piss off the casters, or whatever their full name there is. I'm gonna look it up here. Bracket, let's see. Yeah, team really long name just to piss off the caster when they say our name. The tag that's like 20 characters long. I'm just gonna call them team really long name. And as far as the amateur bracket tournament question goes, or comment goes there for tomorrow, Hampton University has done a great job the last 2 weeks, but I don't believe they've signed up for tomorrow's event. They might be getting potentially ready for school again. They could be taking a quick break, afraid to actually participate and lose that champion title. Don't think they can take 3 in a row. So I'll get back to the game here, guys. Things still pretty evenly matched up. 1 kill to 1, Caitlyn having gone down to the Tristana after Tristana gave out that first blood. Namigo just lands onto Caitlyn, but nobody there to capitalize on it. Tristana is there, I suppose, but just trying to farm. A little bit of action in the bottom lane. Braum Puppy, what is his shield called? Unbreakable. Really's been forced to back there. She is ahead in farm on the... I was going to say the J4, but I've got that lined up wrong. York's in the top lane, so York is ahead of farm on the Aurelia. We've got some action in this bottom lane. Braum might go down here. It's not getting off, but pops her heal, but Braum does go down. Great play by SHG. Tristana now rocket jumping onto the Caitlyn. Caitlyn under 200 HP, 2 more auto attacks, and she's done. Tristana takes the double kill. Some action in this jungle. J4 actually counter jungling, not the situation I expected. I expected Kha'Zix to be doing more of that. Great job by the J4 taking that Kha'Zix off of his buff. Not able to secure the kill though. Morgana now onto the Orianna, does a fair amount of damage. Gonna see if Kha'Zix can come in and finish the job. Flashes from both of them. Orianna is in trouble now. Kha'Zix getting off the low, eats the ignite, he might go down. Gets the kill on Orianna first though, he seems to be able to stay alive. J4 coming into that mid lane, but he's gonna fall off. That was close. Taking quick with these farm numbers across the board. Morgana is up a little bit on the Orianna. Yorick up a little bit on the Aurelia. Tristana actually up by 12 farm over Caitlyn. Not the situation you would expect to see in an early game Tristana. Shadow's gaming up by 1k gold, 1 kill. Impressive showing so far. Got Twitch chat trying to troubleshoot the Crazy Horse's Twitch not loading problems. Everybody else is apparently having the stream load, or else they'll be getting a few more complaints. I'm really sorry, Crazy Horse. Seems like Twitch chat has all the right ideas though. Switching browsers, deleting cookies, clearing caches. Since refreshing the window alone wasn't enough. Some action in the top lane. Yorick might go down, he flashed out East Ignite. A shield comes in from Orianna to keep him alive. Now J4 in the top lane as well. Pop has also been taking Aurelia down. Kha'Zix was going to come up, but he's a little bit late to that fight. of those traps from Caitlyn, looking like she wants to push that lane. Kha'Zix actually takes that blue buff. I'm surprised he didn't hand it over to Morgana. He's going to go back with it. That's a questionable choice in my opinion. Morgana, though, not seeming to have any kind of mana issues right now. Doing a decent job against the Orianna. She is up in farm. Up in assists, no deaths. Yorick clone keeping Yorick alive, Aurelia getting awfully low there. Dragon goes down to purple team. That is first dragon of the game going to Shadow Host Gaming. Aurelia back onto this Yorick. It could be a kill. It is a kill for the Aurelia. Shadow Host Gaming up by 2k gold right now. We'll see if anybody has the answer for them. Kha'Zix doing fairly well, sitting at 2-0 with his farm, only slightly below the J4s, who is at 101. I suppose they technically have the same scores there. J4 just didn't get the last hit, choosing to give it over to, I would assume, the Tristan. I believe that was the bottom lane kill on Caitlyn. The Crazy Horse going to be brave and switch over to Internet Explorer to try and view the stream. I don't know what his traditional browser is, but other options from Internet Explorer include Chrome, Firefox, Opera, and Safari. I believe our website works in all of those browsers, so I didn't cross-test it as well as I should have potentially. Twitch should for sure. The issue is the Twitch stream not actually interacting with our website. Aurelia getting pushed off of her farm here. The shield comes in from Orianna. J4 up in the top lane again as well. This could be another kill onto Aurelia. She does go down. Shadow Host Gaming making all the team plays. Chinese Overlords seeming to be content to kind of stick to their lanes here. This is not a solo queue game, guys. And you're going to need to start responding to Shadow Hoax's strategies here, or they're going to get punished for it. Again, I guess the hard mid push is a decent response. Morgana and Kha'Zix taking that mid lane turret in response to the kill in the top lane, as well as that top lane turret going down. So still fairly even, at least as far as turret goes. Shadow Host getting up by 2 kills right now and a solid 3k gold. More members from Shadow Host Gaming into this mid lane. J4 pops his ult, but it's not going to catch out the Morgana. I believe she did flash out of that one. So we did catch her. You got her flash. That's a successful ult, kind of. That's the second turret going over to Shadow Host Gaming. Both the top and bottom turrets now down. Chinese Overlords has gotten that mid lane turret though. So it's 2-1. 5-3 in kills. Looking at these team compositions, it might be that Shadow Host Gaming has actually just outpicked the Chinese Overlords. Of course, there could be something I'm not yet aware of as well. Chinese Overlord's waiting to make all the plays, turn this game around. I've seen bigger throws. Aurelia comes in onto the Yorick. chunks him down to 3/4 HP. But she's going to take some minion pressure and some pressure from that Yorick in general. J4 gets swatted out by a ward and falls off of his gank. Morgana going to get this blue buff here. This is the 3rd blue buff of the game for blue team. First one Morgana is getting. Kha'Zix's choosing to take it for himself that first and second time. First one, of course, is an obvious choice, but the second one potentially should have been that Morgana's. Morgana sitting 0-0-2, she would not have wasted it, and again, neither would the Kha'Zix. He is 2-0. We have a hard engage here. J4 goes down inside of his ultimate. Morgana gets picked off as well. Sorry, an exchange, I should say. That was a kill for both teams. Aurelia trying to be a monster here. She's gonna go down to 4 members of Shadow Host Gaming. Kha'Zix escaping with his life, about 200 HP. Tristana might catch up to her though. She flashes in and gets the shutdown. Great plays by Shadow Host Gaming. Chinese overlords on the blue side are going to need to find an answer to these plays pretty soon. Shadow Host Gaming acting as a cohesive unit. Well, Chinese overlords just want to sit there and farm a little bit longer, it seems. Being content to pick up the CS that they want to get powerful in the late game, while Shadow Host Gaming is making plays during the early game as well as we're in the mid game now. Just looking for a second dragon here, half of their team running towards it. It's going to be all of their team running towards it. Will be contested though with Chinese overlords coming in to position. I believe that's 4 members coming in towards this dragon. We're going to throw the Dark Binding. It's going to connect with Yorick. Alright, do some work. Now let's come out onto Morgana. Orianna gets knocked up by the Braum. Hazen Hole comes down onto Yorick. Not going to be able to finish him off though. Dark Binding in onto was that Orianna? Orianna went down, so it must have been. J4 goes down to that Ignite as well. Still fighting around this Dragon Pit. Tristana's going to rocket jump in. The entirety of Chinese Overlord is getting awfully low. We'll see if she can pick these off. It's a double kill for Tristana. It's going to be a triple kill for Tristana. See if you can pick up the quadra kill. Morgana trying to get out of this. They're not going to push for that quadra kill, instead choosing to take this mid lane turret. Morgana potentially going to try and defend it. We'll see how that goes, where she's actually going to be able to get into range. That mid turret goes down. Shadow Host Gaming doing a great job right now. Tristana jumps in there onto the Morgana. Morgana pops her ultimate and a black shield. It's not going to be able to keep her alive. Unofficial quadra for the Tristana. Got a Twitch chat comment that Overlords picked an early mid-game composition, but got slightly outperformed in the early mid-game, and they might now be in trouble. I was gonna say Aurelia might be the hope their team needs, but she is sitting at 2-4 right now. No members of Chinese Overlords doing exceptionally well here. Tristana for the Shadow Host Gaming, though, sitting at 9-1, showing her true hyper carry. Kha'Zix smites down that red buff, potentially getting set up here to go do some work against Shadow Host Gaming, see if Chinese Overlords can make a play here, set up some picks. They're going to need to take out at least one member of Shadow Host Gaming in order to be able to make the plays they really want to as a team. They are a little bit behind, okay, more than a little bit behind. Farm members across the board. Actually fairly even in that top lane. Yorick not getting fed on kills, though he does have 7 assists. That's a fair amount of gold. Jungler matchups actually fairly even as well. The huge difference here is this Tristana sitting at 9 and 1. They're gonna need to shut down the Tristana. If Chinese Overlords can take out the Tristana early in a team fight, they will stand a fairly good chance. J4 comes in with the ultimate, potentially going to lock down that the Morgana, but it's not going to be enough for the kill. Morgana is sitting on double buffs right now. Not quite sure how that happened. And his Overlord is setting up here. They're gonna land the Dark Binding on the Nami. It gets spell shielded somehow. Kha'Zix comes onto the Orianna. This could be a huge misfocus here. Tristana getting 1 kill. Focus on Tristana, but Tristana gets a double kill there. I miswatched that. Triple kill for Tristana. Tristana rocket jumps in again. It's gonna be a quadra kill for Tristana. Can she catch up? Oh, Shadowhost Gaming screams bad move. Jarvan. No quadra, no quadra. Tristana denied it a second time that quadra kill. Not even close to the Bennett kill yet. Now sitting at 12 and 1. That 4-man defeat there in that team fight is going to allow Shadowhost Gaming to set up for a bear, which will not be contested. Kha'Zix not able to get there in time. Shadowhost Gaming doing a great job here of dominating their opponents. We'll see if Chinese Overlords can pull it together here. Gonna have to pretty much turtle for the next 5 minutes if they want to really stand a chance. I mean, they're 17 to 7 in kills. 4 turrets to 1. I believe it's 2 or 3 dragons in favor of Shadowhost Gaming, as well as now a Baron buff sitting on them. Shadowhost Gaming is now a force to be reckoned with. His Overlord's a little bit more spread out than they want to be here. Kha'Zix going back. We'll see if Braum gets caught. He did just clear a Vision Ward. He's now solo versus this Tristana and J4. Tristana choosing to clear a ward instead of going for the Braum though. They're really taking a little bit more pressure from the Yorick than I expected her to. She might actually go down there if Yorick can keep on her. And there's no other team members from either side up there to help. He does fall off and Aurelia gets away with the life though. 4 members from both teams sieging, well, sieging and counter-sieging in the bottom lane for this inner turret on the blue side. The Dark Binding comes in and lands onto Jarvan. The great bubbles from Nami is going to cost Braum his life.
Legendary.
Tristana once again picking up that kill. Dark Binding comes in and lands onto Jarvan again. That's not the target you want to be locking down. Chinese Overlord's really needing to focus this Tristana, taking her out of those fights as early as possible. Shadowhost Gaming going to pick up this mid-inner turret. J4's all comes in onto Morgana. She might be in trouble here. Tristana jumps in and that's going to be a kill for Tristana. Exhaust comes in onto the Kha'Zix. Tristana goes full ham under the turret. Not able to finish him off though. Braum comes in onto the Nami. Caitlyn and Braum focusing Nami. Nami does go down. Braum might overpay with his life as J4 and Tristana are all over him with Orianna support. Kha'Zix and Caitlyn now. Tristana though at full health, doing a huge amount of damage to both of those champions. They might be able to get this inhibitor as well. Inhibitor will not go down there. One more auto attack though from Tristana and it will. There's the inhibitor. That was Aurelia going full ham into 3. What a mistake. Great place by Kha'Zix here, taking out Orianna, but not quite able to get the Tristana as well. Double kill for Tristana. Tristana the untouchable. There's going to be another dragon going over to Shadowhost Gaming. I believe that is their... I think that's actually only their 3rd dragon in the game. The last one that would have been their 3rd got interrupted. I apologize guys, I just got distracted there. There was a report of a match finishing in the Twitch chat. Just waiting for the team to actually report their victory through the tool. That's how we keep our records and everything. Make sure that, you know, Riot comes through and says, did this tournament happen? We're like, yeah. Yeah, it did. Here's the bracket, here's the summoner names, and here's the victory path they took to get there. And we can also use things like OGP, or GGOP and LOL King, but having our own record is kind of nice, makes things more official. Alright, some more action here. Tristana not actually initiating there, blasted Kha'Zix out of the way. Onto this turret, she's all by herself with some minions. I guess not all by herself, Nami is there as well. Morgana getting ballsy. Throws the Dark Binding, not able to connect. There's a team fight around that turret. The turret does go down. They're not going to focus the inhibitor. Kha'Zix going in onto the J4 with the Braum's help as well. Braum going to get deleted. It's a double kill for Tristana. Tristana rocket jumping into those 2 Nexus turrets, possibly going to take down the Aurelia. She does take down the Aurelia for the triple kill. J4 coming to try and secure a 4th kill for her, but it's not going to happen. Turret's now going down around that Nexus. Nexus down to half health, next down to quarter health. That is the game, folks. Alright, so that was Shadowhost Gaming emerging victorious over Chinese Overlords. They will now be facing off against Team Inc. Inc. actually responsible for making the bracket, and then we'll get an invite to this game. Alright guys, put your cheering hats on. We're all cheering for Shadowhost Gaming right here. I'm telling you why. Team Inc. is not actually Team Inc. They are Team something Diamond, Diamond Tim. I believe they're fielding their full roster tonight. Technically legal as all summoners are, gold through diamond solo queue, but they are the number 12 in a 5v5 team. So let's see if Shadowhost Gaming can pull off a round 2 victory here. was just waiting for an invite to the round 2 game here that we're going to be following. It's going to be Shadow Host Gaming versus Ink. Here we go. Get myself down to spectator. Maybe just watching my chat there. I'm talking to Kiskity. He participated in a tournament about 2 weeks ago. One sec, checking the... Kiskity participated in a tournament 2 weeks ago, but there were 2 summoners, one from one team and one from another team who I believe changed their names because Riot's decided that they're going to reactivate the tournament submission link there with 90% of the names that I filled in, but 2 of them blanked out pretty much, saying, hey, you didn't give us these names. I'm like, yeah, Riot, yeah, we did. You guys have a system, you guys manage the name changes. You think that you could potentially find those summoners since there are no real tools for us to do that without access to Riot systems. But, yeah. So, moral of the story, if you're going to change your name, please, please, please email us about it. Let somebody from our team know that you've changed your name, especially if you've won an event and not been prized out yet. UTA. Somebody in Twitch chat, let me know what UTA is. Alright, looks like we're ready to get this game started, guys. I apologize for that little delay there. A little bit of crazy talk. So we have Team Ink on the blue side versus Shadow Host Gaming on the purple side. Braum getting a ban out right off the bat from Team Ink. Tryndamere, not a response ban, but potentially a targeted ban there from Shadow Host Gaming. At this level of play, I should hope they're looking up those champion pools, seeing what they really don't want to play against that they know their opponents can play. Kog'Maw getting banned. I do believe I saw a Kog'Maw from Ink last night. Ink did manage to come out victorious in our open bracket tournament last night, so we'll see if they can be defeated tonight. I apologize, Ruby for Vigor. I completely forgot that you needed to be into that game lobby to get in champion selection. I was about to message you on Skype and say, okay, we're ready to go, but yeah, I apologize for that. Okay, you added me, so after champion selection here, it's a game invite in the deaths. Which one are you? I believe this one just occurred. Soon accept them all. Message me in game, and then I will add you to Skype call. I'm going to close that friends list there. I hope I got Ruby for Vigor onto my friends list properly now. We'll potentially be getting joined by another shoutcaster. I apologize to everybody on Twitch there that I completely forgot I was supposed to get him into our second game. Got excited watching that first game, got excited coming into this game, wanted to get it going, and then I just completely forgot I was supposed to be inviting my co-host tonight. So those bands turn out to be Tryndamere, Kog'Maw, and Pantheon from Shadowhost Gaming, as well as Braum, Lucian, and Lulu from Team Inc. Potentially going to see a Nautilus locked in here. Anybody's seen the new cinematic from Riot? I enjoy the Nautilus scene from that, just Nautilus getting smushed. I forgot what I was saying right before I said that. I was talking about the new League cinematic there. I believe it's called The New Dawn. Seen it a couple times, seen some parodies of it. Parodies are so brutal. I mean, some of them are funny, but some of them are just bad. Again, the New Dawn thing was a little bit rough itself. I mean, it was a great cinematic, but how the storyline works and fits into League, it's kind of weird. The parodies make it a little more sensitive. If this was solo queue, everybody raging, and he gets killed and disappears for like half the movie, then comes back to save Ahri, be like, dude, were you singing the Fountain all game? Like, where you been? Alright, getting back into this game though, we're gonna see Yorick locked in again for Shadowhost Gaming. Yasuo this time. We'll see Morgana and Caitlyn in the bot lane. That means, well, I would assume that means Morgana and Caitlyn in the bot lane. With both of them showing, we'll see if a jungler gets locked in from SHG Icicle. Seeing Rumble get hovered over here with Aurelia already locked in. Not sure if they're planning that to be mid or top. Switch it out for Ryze before he locks in though. Making a little bit more sense now. Yeah, it's not letting you add because they have 300 friends apparently. I'll fix that. I'll have to delete some people to get Quality Jungle, also known as Ruby for Vigor, onto my friends list so that he can join us for this next matchup. Give you guys some more entertainment. Hey, let's remove Nosso Stock from my friends list. Those guys suck. Twitch chat, tell me I'm wrong, come on. You love us, right? Okay, anyways. Removing those guys, yeah. I don't know who I just removed. I'm really sorry if I just removed you. There we go. Alright, so Ruby for Vigor. I will Skype you as soon as we hit load screen. And you can spectate the game as soon as we hit load screen, and then you will be in the call on the stream with us. And we can see how this shoutcasting pairing goes. Once again, guys, we're being joined by Ruby for Vigor, also known as Quality Jungle. He's going to help me shoutcast for this next match. I'll drop that Princess, guys. I'm so sorry. Blocking out those champions. We are into the spectator delay here, so it's going to be 3 minutes till we get going. It means that this game has actually officially hit load screen, probably started already. We'll be hitting load screen in 2 minutes and 30 seconds exactly. And at the time we hit load screen, I'm gonna flop out of the game momentarily, grab a quality jungle in Skype, get him into this game with us. Gotta refresh his window, that's not right. Come on, bracket. And there we go. We're watching Ink on the blue side versus Shadowhouse Gaming on the purple side. Looks like all of the round 2 games are either started or finished or ready to go. We are going to see Get Kills or Feed trying face off against Team Really Long Name. Team Really Long Name apparently emerging victorious against Asian Gaming Network. Congratulations to Team Really Long Name on your placement into the round 2. Yes, that's my Skype, guys. You just saw it. Oh, close that backup thing. If I get DOSed, I know who it was. It was one of you guys. I'm not gonna get DOSed. It would be sucky for the stream to go down that way. Of course, I do have a backup AP just in case something like that does happen. I mean, internet problems, right? Reliable internet. Is a reliable internet playing tonight? I believe they were. They have not yet reported a victory or a loss there. They are in the D bracket, sitting in round 2 versus Team Chromatic. My internet's reliable. Let's see if theirs is. Alright, just 50 seconds of this delay remaining, guys. So I will go ahead and get the Skype chat started with this one. Apologize for the beeping before it happens. Let the beeping start. That call button so I can minimize Skype. There we go.
Yo, what's
Alright.
going on?
Hey, not too much. We're just about 20 seconds from the spectator landing, so you should be able to spectate me momentarily. Just a quick question before we start. Do you want to be quality? Bigger?
We can go with Ruby for Vigor just for Twitch chat clarity when I
Alright,
do
guys,
chat.
so everybody in the Twitch chat, welcome for Vigor to the stream tonight.
Hey, how's it going, guys? All right, there we go.
Alright, I just
Keep
hit load
moving
screen,
to
so you should be
spectator.
able to.
Yep.
Yeah, I apologize I didn't get you into that
Oh.
pre-game lobby. I completely slipped my mind.
No worries. I was just sitting here and then I was like, oh, the friend request isn't going through, and I was starting to get a little panicky, but we got it worked out. I'm excited. We're gonna have some exciting games.
Yeah, I'm excited for this game. It's going to be Ink, which is the core from Diamond Tim, which is the number 12 NA team, versus I believe it's Shadowhouse Gaming, all Diamond summoners. So pretty decent team. We just watched them do a really good job against Chinese overlords.
Very nice, very nice.
Alright, so I'm into 2 challengers from tonight. They changed their lineup from last night. We'll see if their core team performs as well as their substitutes do. I mean, I should hope they do, right?
Yeah, right. I'm interested in the Nautilus pick. I guess both utility junglers coming out from both sides. It's going to be a interesting matchup.
Well, the goalkeeper Mayokai skin, though.
Too good, too good.
See if he can get a shutout, so they should say.
Yeah. And the Yorick too. That's interesting.
Yeah, both teams have
Little
a pretty
off-meta
good
picks.
level 1 composition. Well, I guess Shadowhouse Gaming has a slightly better level 1 fight right now, so we'll see if they go for an invade here. What's your opinion of these team compositions? Who do you think has the advantage as we progress from early through mid and late game?
Well, the Caitlyn Morgana bot lane definitely is. It's a force to be reckoned with. But the Jinx Nami bot lane is also. It also can match up with against that bot lane pretty well compared to other bot lanes. So bot lane, honestly, I think is a skill matchup, and in the jungle, there's going to be a ton of lane pressure for sure because neither one of these junglers are junglers that like to sit back and farm until they hit their power spike. What they're really going to be looking to do is putting lane pressure wherever they need to snowball whatever lane they feel like they need to snowball. And so if they get the Yasuo lane snowballing, then it's going to be pretty hard for the other team to come back. For Shadowhost Gaming, they have a decent. Well, they only have one knockup for a slight knockup from Maokai from the Maokai Q.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't have the greatest Yasuo team comp there with the limited CC, the limited placement there. But we'll see if Yasuo can, prep his own ultimates.
Right, and that can be really difficult to do sometimes as Yasuo is trying to hit those tornadoes by yourself. But in ganks, when Yasuo is level 6, for Maokai, he can definitely ult off of the small knockup that Maokai has. But team fight wise, not too good for Yasuo.
Yeah, both teams have a decent team fight composition though. Aurelia is going to be a force to be reckoned with if you can shut down the Yorick. I believe we just watched a Yorick Aurelia matchup, so we'll see if Yorick does well again here. Do exceptionally well last game, but he did. Enough. Seems content to set up for those buffs. There's going to be level 1 shenanigans. Some Twitch chat banner saying that Kate needs to abuse her range advantage early, or it's going to cost her later. Jinx, one of those hyper carries that once she gets into the groove, she's in that groove.
Yeah, they definitely have a very snowbally team, SHD that is, because, or not SHD, excuse me, Inc, because, Jinx, if she gets rolling, she does not stop.
Aurelia can do the same thing, as well as the Bias, though to a lesser extent.
They definitely got some powerhouses.
Sorry.
That's right. And Ryze can definitely abuse his range in the mid lane against Yasuo to try to shut down some of that early game farm for Yasuo.
Yeah, the CC off of Ryze with the Weaver. Oh, Morgana taking a lot of pressure right here. Might go down. It just misses her though.
That's the sliver of health getting away from that one.
She goes back in. We'll see if she can stay alive through this. Fighting the top of the Aurelia taking a fair amount of pressure from Yorick. Morgana's popped a health point. She's back up to about 200 HP. She might be alright here to actually stay in the lane.
Yorick definitely can put a lot of pressure on this Aurelia, levels 1 through 3, and he's doing a pretty good job of keeping that pressure up, trying to keep her down, but Nautilus sneaking up. The Ignite going down.
The Ignite comes in. That's going to be first blood. Oh, for the Yasuo. Well played.
Binding lands on Nami. A little bit of damage going on over there.
On the Caitlyn. Kind of surprised with how that mid fight just went down. I thought Ryze had that.
Yeah, he just blew up as soon as Maokai came in. Yasuo just put all his damage into him and melted. Ryze keeping the CS advantage though. Maokai looking for a gank bottom.
Binding in onto the support there. It's a Nami. Not the champion you want to be locking down necessarily, but a good play by Morgana nonetheless. Seems to be allowing Caitlyn to farm fairly well. This farm versus Caitlyn is only one CS ahead of the Jinx.
Look at that CS discrepancy in the mid lane though. 23 to 12 in favor of the Ryze.
Yeah.
He's doing a good job of keeping her in.
Fairly even due to that one kill going over off the Yasuo.
Very true, but Maokai...
But Maokai coming in just in time. Nice flashes that I managed to live. Maokai pinging him out though, he might get caught.
Maokai might be able to pick up the kill here for himself. One more. There you go.
It's gonna be the second kill going over Shadow. Oh, and a kill for Ink there, making it 1 for 2.
Yasuo did manage to get the assist on that kill that Maokai got on the Ryze, so he did get a little bit of gold from that. Should be able to catch up and farm in this time where Ryze is walking back to lane from that death.
To the Twitch chat question, when will Long Man be playing? They're playing currently. We're just happen to be following the game between Ink and Shadowhost Gaming. All our games that are available to play concurrently. We just happen to be able to follow one on the stream technically.
Irelia is staying up by about 10 farm from the top lane. Pretty well against Yorick, even though he's putting the pressure down. Form of harassment. Keeping the farm.
Reports that Team Karma, sorry, not Team Karma, Team Summit, sorry, Summoner. It was Karma checking that team played against Sebster is from Reliable Internet. Reliable Internet reporting a loss to Team Chromatic. Team Chromatic apparently fielding a Summoner that does not have a solo flank. Yeah.
The two-man gank up in the top lane is going to get Yorick really low. Can they finish him off? Ryze is taking a good bit of damage. And
Third Summoner up there now.
Yep.
That's impressive.
Irelia is scoring the kill for himself. That's going to be good for Irelia to get the ball rolling. Now that she's past that early pressure of the Yorick in lane, she's keeping a good lead in the CS and just scored a kill for herself. So we'll see how Yorick is able to retaliate with that.
So
Nami in the mid
he's
lane.
for a dragon here. I'm just gonna drop a ward instead though. Makai selling for blue. Caitlyn in the back lane to farm his balls off. Nami in the mid lane. Nami's gonna head back down to that bottom lane. Morgana and Caitlyn putting some pressure on Jinx. We'll see if Nami coming down changes the dynamic of this fight. Maokai might come down as well, except he's going to get spotted out by a ward there. He doesn't know the ward is there. Now he's actually coming bottom. There is some pings towards that bottom lane from the purple side. Going mid instead, they're going to take down this Ryze. See if he can actually pull it off.
He's locked
Ryze
up, the ult
out.
comes out. There it
That's another
is.
kill for Yasuo. He did call a Yasuo snowball before the game started. Being too help out the players. So Maokai making the right call, sending mid to Ryze. Yasuo now up 20 farm over that Ryze. The opposite of what we were seeing only moments ago. Ryze down 0-3.
Yeah, Yasuo definitely came back from that, from the early pressure, the 1 through 3 of Ryze as well. Putting the pressure down on him with the range, and he scored himself a couple kills. He's farming well now. The ult coming out from Nami, and the heal is burned, binding onto the Nami to keep her away, but the ult comes out. She's about one hit from dead. The exhaust onto the Jinx.
Jinx
Do
pops
they
the
have
heal,
the
though.
damage? The ult comes out, but she flashes that one. Nice play by Morgana.
Assuming a Death Rocket completely misses, that is unfortunate for Jinx. Ryze gonna take down that ward in the Pixel Bush. Okay, not actually heading into that bottom lane. I'm surprised he didn't go down yet. There are free kills right there with Jinx and Nami being quite as low as they are. Action in the mid lane though.
Flashes away at the hook. Oh, he windwalled that hook really nicely.
This top lane matchup not going as well for Yorick as it did last game.
An interesting ult.
Over 30 farm. Jinx, Michael will take out the Morgana, but he gets locked up by Dark Binding.
You can see Nautilus coming around on the backside. Oh, he's just gonna go farm his golds. Overall team gold still pretty even. Oh, the flash out from Maokai. Blue bubble, but she's gonna go down to Maokai's ultimate.
It's another kill for Shadowhost Gaming. Shadowhost doing a great job here defending against Team Ink. not able to find the answers for this team composition, apparently.
Nautilus gonna get locked down. And Morgana hit the binding, point blank. This is it.
Comes out.
Omniel out.
To allow the Nautilus to get out with his life. Shadowhawk's looking for the first dragon of the game here.
Pink Ward and Pink does not have vision of this dragon. They may not even know that they're doing it entirely.
The way they're running into the base, I'm going to say that you're right about that one. The lack of vision will cost them.
Yep, they're not going to have the timer on that. SHG will have the timer on dragon, so they'll be ready and prepped for the next dragon that comes out. And now they're taking the 1k gold lead. Let's see if they can keep the gold flowing. Try to increase that gold lead. Nami gonna sing the pink ward here and clear that out. First turret going down for Ink in the bot lane. A little bit of action in the mid lane. And duel going down up top as well.
Imposing those objectives is a good call, especially the way their team fights have been going. Tries to kill onto the Yasuo though.
The flash bind. He just had the damage for it. And here comes Nautilus. The ult coming out onto the Yorick. Ults himself, but that's a kill for Irelia, and he's not going to be able to get much with that clone.
Rook's already gone down. I wonder why they're focusing the clone as heavily as they are. Taking it down just so they can get to that turret, potentially get those minion wave onto the turret, get a second turret for themselves. Ink making the right calls here. They did lose one dragon down by, well, they were down by 2 kills, now evening it out to 1 and now 2 turrets, giving them a 1k gold lead. Coming back from behind, teaming a great job here.
And I think Ink have some gold on some better champions for their team, because Maokai's got 2 kills here, and, you know, taking 2 kills away from your team as Maokai isn't the best thing that you could do. There's a fight coming out.
Much more gone in her life right away. So shut that onto Irelia and to Nautilus though. 2 for 1 in favor of Shadowhawk's Gaming. Ace in the welcome zone for Jinx. She will stay alive.
Ooh, the snipe from Jinx onto the Yasuo. Yasuo's got 3 kills here though. Caitlyn got a kill in there. So they're getting some gold onto some good champions for SHG.
6 for 6 in kill from for a decent exchange during that fight. Coming in favor of neither team really.
SHG looking to possibly still go here. Nope. Can't get the damage onto the Nami. Looks like they're just gonna push for this mid inhib. Or inhib. Tower. Way ahead of myself.
You know, they might get that mid inhib. 2 versus 2. Should all the way in. Alright, that's the first turret going over. Sorry, the first turret for Shadowhawk's Gaming going over that mid lane. Making it 2 for 1 in turret scores. Ink there. Kill score completely even. Teaming up by 200 gold now. Things evening out almost. Ink's gonna pick up a red buff though. We'll see how that plays out for her. Guys, anybody that's joining us, this is a Non-So-Stock Gaming semi-pro tournament. We are in round 2 right now. This is Team Ink versus Shadowhawk's Gaming. Dark Corpse and Ruby for Vigor shoutcasting for you tonight. Action there. Get the bracket posted back in the chat momentarily. Feel free to check out the rest of our website. We do have a number of features there, including Team Finder / Team Builder. You can either list your team if you're looking for members, or list yourself if you're looking for a team. Irelia into the top lane stops the back from Yorick. Yorick getting chunked down pretty quick. There's no turret there to keep him alive. Irelia might get a kill.
A lot of damage coming out from that Irelia, and definitely going to score the kill for herself.
It goes down. Zero is looking potentially to help Yorick get out of that alive. He's a little bit late, not actually going to end up going in. Dark Binding comes out onto Eyes there in the middle.
That is a big Irelia right there. She's already finished her Triforce. She's 4, 1, and 1. She's going to be doing a lot of damage. And she's going to be... They're going to have to look out for her in team fights.
Yeah, Irelia getting ready to snowball awfully hard. They're having the best CS and best kill score on her team, as well as in game. See if Shadowhost Gaming has the answer for the Irelia. They will manage to carry her team all the way to victory. Death's getting, I say, as Rising is over down.
Here comes the Irelia.
Take it out. Maokai goes down.
A triple kill for Jinx, and now that's going to get her going. She's excited.
That's going to be
Quadra
a
kill.
Pick up the penta here.
She wants the
right
penta.
under the turret.
Oh, and the Super Mega Death Rocket.
That's a penta kill.
Penta kill for the Jinx.
That's some mid-turret hype, guys. I mean, that's a penta kill for Jinx.
Oh, yeah. That's really going to turn around this game because it was the last fight, you know, SHG won that fight. They took the mid turret and they kind of reset. They evened out the gold. And then Irelia scored this kill top. And this team fight, they gave 5 kills to Jinx. That's really going to get her snowballing. Now she's going to be way ahead of that Caitlyn. And she's probably going to be an item up on her. They're going to get the dragon here. Going to get the timer. SHG has no vision on this dragon, so they will not get the timer. And now that's a 6k gold lead for Team Inc. Let's hope they don't get ahead of themselves here. And dive into some full health SHG members, but they're going and they're going to score the kill on Maokai.
Irelia picking that one up, making her 5 and 1. Irelia and Jinx fighting over who's going to be MVP here.
Elias going on to the Yasuo though. Yasuo getting chunked to half health. He's going to flash away from that. Team Inc. doing a great job of coming back. This is likely why they've been so successful climbing the ladder. Knowing they were behind, they made the plays they needed to, giving Jinx a penta kill. Yeah,
Look at them, 2 turrets in that mid lane. They scored them an additional kill onto Maokai as well due to that was a positioning problem. Not too bad understand they should have been. And Jinx needs to back here. She's getting low. She's sitting on 2.7k gold. She needs to just go back by, come back with her power spike, and wreck another team fight because right now SHD cannot deal with her. Oh, we had a report that Diamond Team is actually rank 11 NA. Last night they were sitting at rank 12, so congratulations on them moving up a rank. And congratulations to Shadowhost Gaming putting up this much of a fight against a team of this caliber. Yeah, that's got to be intimidating, knowing that you're going up against the rank 11 team in North America for ranked 5s. You don't get there just by pure mechanical skill. That's a lot of teamwork and coordination. That's a big part of rank 5s. It's just coordination, positioning, good communication, and Irelia gonna get caught out here. Probably gonna go down to one of them. Oh, it's a 4v1 here now from the Never mind, it's a Yorick ult. Irelia flashes out though, gonna get followed by the flash from Yorick. She will not escape through life. One more auto attack should be enough.
There we go.
She goes down
Irelia
to the Yorick.
Now I doubt that'll be enough to put them back, put this Yorick back into the game, but they can use her death here for a little bit to put some pressure elsewhere, but it kind of seems like they're just going to be taking jungle camps instead. Jinx and Nautilus set up to take that bottom inner turret though. Caitlyn will not be able to defend that by herself. Suo comes in onto the rise. Maokai is going to be killed for them potentially. Rising awfully low, goes down to Maokai picking hits. Oh, and Super Mega Death Robert coming out, sniping him from across the map. SHG did a good job of picking up 2 kills there, but Team Inc. responded by taking a turret, coming in and cleaning up the fight.
very excited there. This might cost him that inhibitor turret. Let's see if Caitlyn's able to defend this. Morgana and York will get there in time. So this turret's going down.
But York getting bubbled there. Morgana shield coming out just a little late, taking a lot of damage, and there's another kill for the Jinx. She's excited. The Astral Wall comes out, probably saving that Morgana's life, but she's still going. She's got the red buff. The crit almost takes her down.
Morgana escapes about 100 HP there. This inhibitor will go down though.
It's a good push for Team Ink. Getting that Jinx even bigger. 10-1-2 now, 161 CS. She's got the IE, she's got the static shiv. She's probably going to be able to afford a Last Whisper on her back here. Pretty close. Death Rocket coming out, just missing the Caitlyn. And the surrender vote.
That is a surrender from Shadowhost Gaming. They did really well early game, but it seems like they knew they were defeated there. Just did not have the team morale and hope to come back from that only an 8k gold deficit though. Still impressed with the 20-minute mark. A great showing from Team Ink as well as Shadowhost Gaming. Shadowhost Gaming not able to make it to the semifinals tonight. Ink will advance.
And that was a really even game up until the mid game when they started to group up. And even then, Shadowhost Gaming had the lead for a little bit. They were doing well. They won a fight. They took the mid turret. And after that, Jinx just got too big off of a team fight and got a pentakill at around 16 minutes. It just went all downhill from there.
Yeah, that pentakill for Jinx really turned things around in favor of Ink. I mean, Aurelia was doing fairly well and was the main hope for their team. And then all of a sudden, Jinx comes out the gate, pulling off that pentakill. Just things. I think that was the end of it right there.
Oh yeah, you never want to give a Jinx 1 or 2 kills, let alone a pentakill in a team fight at 16 minutes. And I think they knew after they did that it was going to be a super hard game for them to come back. Couple more lost fights, and it's understandable why their morale would be down enough to them just decide to surrender, because that was a huge deficit for them to come back and there's an 8k gold lead, but also is all the gold was just centered on their carries. On the Irelia was still doing a bunch of damage. Jinx is still able to just destroy the front line, destroy the back line. Anyone she could auto attack, they were dead. And I think they knew they probably didn't have a fighting chance. Although they put up a good showing against the number 11 ranked 5s team in North America. So you got to give them props for that.
Okay, I'm getting reports that apparently are still 12. It was a typo. Or something saying they were 11. Nobody actually verified it, I guess.
Number 12, still impressive.
Yeah, still impressive. I believe we've had a number of other top 20 teams ranking all the way up to 6 or 7. I think Crooks is the number 7 team right now. They came out a week or so ago. They were going to participate last night, but we're not able to field their entire roster. So we do have the highest ranking team right now, being that number 12 team, I believe, that's participating, which is quite impressive. There's something to be said for being Diamond 1 solo queue, but there's also something to be said for taking that challenger teams.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
So I've got an invite to this game. Get an invite sent over to Quality. Alright. Getting the invite sent over to this semifinals game underway momentarily. Alright, so we've got both casters into the lobby this time. We'll get through Champions League without any major problems.
Got to take the bathroom break
Yeah.
for the game.
Like, Matic did field potentially an invalid summoner during that first game. I didn't verify it personally, but their opponents, after being defeated, told us that one of those summoners was unranked in solo queue. Zekrom is their substitute. They're replacing the Valid Summoner with. Unfortunately, he had not completed 10 preliminary matches this season. So we'll see if that affects their performance here. The rest of their summoners being Diamond 1. Aside from a Diamond 3, we have their substitute sitting at Platinum 2, however. That affects their team play too much, or if they're going to be able to put up a good show, decent fight against Team Inc. here, potentially topple them from the chance at that victory slot. This is the semifinals, not actually the first place qualifier for the finals, so not the qualifier for first and second place technically. See if they're going to be competing for. We'll see who will be competing for first place after this match, or be competing for third place. As even if you are defeated in a semifinals game, you do have to play more matchup to determine your overall.
So Team Really Long Name and Get Kills or Feed Trying are still in game.
Can double check on that. Looks like we have been reported from either of those teams yet, so I'm going. They are still playing that game out.
All right. Lost Goods in Africa. Seems like they beat Find Summoner's Rift, so it'll be between Team Really Long Name or Get Kills or Feed Trying for the match that will decide who goes into the finals, for the semifinals, that is.
That is correct. We are almost down to 4 teams. We have one quarterfinal game still waiting to finish up. Then our second semifinal game will get started. We are currently starting the top bracket semifinal game, which is Team Inc. versus Team Chromatic. We have Lee Sin and Lulu banned out by, that is Team Inc. on the blue side. Trademir banned from the blue side. Bigger Lord of Rome, who may potentially be joining us to be a third co-caster, or I might step out and allow you guys to duo cast it if he does join us. Just trying to get everything sorted out here.
Looks like we're going to see another Irelia pick here. And another Maokai pick.
Interesting team compositions. We're going to see Jax in the top lane for them here.
Now I'm wondering, with that early Yasuo pick, why they're not looking to set up some sort of good knockup for the team fight. Something like Wukong would be good here in the jungle, or Ori in the mid lane. There's still that mid lane, or Yasuo probably in the mid lane. So something up top, Trundle maybe. Maokai getting locked in. He's got that small knock-up for ganks, but that's too useful in an actual team fight.
Alright, so I was going to try and get us another co-caster in here so I could step out momentarily. But I don't want to mess with the Skype call too much since we've had some technical difficulties. Skype's not exactly rocket science, but things don't work. Alright, so I'm going to get back into this game here. Thank you for doing a great job covering those picks and bans.
No worries.
Good to see a Karma tucked in here.
So many smites and clarities. Let's see if they stick with that. I doubt it, but it'd be an interesting
Don't want us to
strategy.
know where they're laning. If you do have 50 seconds to swap those out, would be kind of fun to watch them play that way, but I don't think it would be the greatest strategy for them.
The
Usually
objective
Lucian take
controls?
the heal flash now.
I'm definitely gonna change those up. And Karma support getting locked in, so interesting comp they've got going here. Again, not setting up anything too big for the Yasuo, which I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like that could it's definitely gonna hurt them as well. The Kog'Maw in the mid, the AP Kog'Maw coming out, throwing it back to what, season 2. That was pretty popular back in season 2. He's got a pretty good scaling on his E for AP as well as on his ultimate. So it's definitely possible to work out pretty well.
Alright, so just 2 minutes of spectator delay here. I'm looking forward to seeing this Pantheon in the jungle.
Yeah, Pantheon can apply a lot of early pressure onto lanes, and he was nerfed and tweaked a little bit, or some like to call it a nerf, with the tweaks to his ultimate, where he can't cast before he comes down and then land and stun and just blow you up. Curious to see as to how he builds, though, because a full damage Pantheon can be threatening, but normally in the jungle you want to go a little damage early and just build tanky stats so you can dive into the back line and kind of zone the AD carry, and you can do some pretty good damage to the AD carry still. And Pantheon was a pretty popular jungler for a while,
They
and
talked
he's
about
kind of
nerfing his ultimate pretty heavily, but I don't believe they actually imposed those range restrictions, did they?
no, they didn't, and I think they reduced the range a little bit, but not as much as it was on the PvE for a while. For a while on the PvE, they were going to make the range super short, almost like they did to Nocturnal, and they got a lot of backlash. They didn't go through with it, but they made a couple tweaks, and for whatever reason, Pantheon's kind of fallen off, and people are taking more favor to the Lee Sin, Elise, and even the utility junglers now with the Quillcoat changes.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of
added-
new junglers come back out. I quite enjoyed watching a Nunu not too long. I haven't seen jungle since like season 2 or 3, actually making a re-emergence.
Yep, they're making a big changes to the jungle, and it's nice because for a while there it was like Lee Sin, Elise, Evelynn, and then if those three were picked or banned out, you had like maybe 2 more to fall back on: Wukong, Kha'Zix, and then Kha'Zix got nerfed pretty hard, so he's not seen in the jungle as much anymore. And for a while, it was really just the big 3, and they were either picked or banned. And it's nice to see some variety with the Quillcoat changes. At least being able to go those utility junglers and not have like a super slow clear where you can't even compete with a Lee Sin or an Elise because their clear is just so fast. So at least being able to go those utility junglers and be that support kind of jungler again, is still something you can do if you execute it correctly and you center your team around it correctly.
Alright, we're gonna get into load screen here. See if we get any shenanigans. Last game was pretty tame for the invades. Teams were content to set up just for their buffs. Hoping we'll get some action here, level 1. Potentially see first blood before those buffs come out. Always fun to watch. Two really strong, fairly impressive teams right here. Course, Inc. we know to be 4 team members from Diamond Tim, the number 12 NA team, while Team Chromatic is fielding 3 Diamond 1 summoners, Diamond 3 summoner, one of their substitute since their 5th had not actually played the 10 preliminary games. See if Zekrom, I believe, is their substitute. Up to par with the Diamond 1 summoners across the board from the 3. Plus a Diamond 3 summoner on Team Chromatic.
Yeah, we'll see how that bot lane goes. Against the Lucian Nami, it's going to be hard early on. Lucian is just... It's Lucian on ice right now. He's just dashing everywhere. Come mid to late game when he gets that 40% CDR, if that is the build he goes for. And even still, he's got that dash up like 90% of the time. It's ridiculous. And playing against that in lane, especially as Tristana, is going to be a little hard. But with the Karma support, if she can manage to poke him out, she's got the snare, she's got the slow, and she has the shield. So she should be able to keep Tristana pretty safe for the lane phase. As long as Tristana just focuses on farming, Karma can execute that correctly. But if she takes a bubble from Nami and takes too much harass, Karma's basically butter. And she will just get blown up super easily by that Lucian. So it's we'll see how it goes. It's going to be kind of hard for
That's a good point.
Chromatic
Karma
spot
is
lane.
a fairly strong support with her poke and CC, but she is mighty squishy.
Yeah.
Getting caught out will be pretty much the end of either. Sona does have the escape, so she has a little bit more of a chance there at surviving.
Mm-hmm.
This team's going to fan out here. Quick ping from purple side saying they're going to guard the red buff. Pings from blue buff into the tri-bush, potentially going to see an invade here.
Yep, and it looks like that is Inc. Team Inc. are going to be going over to the blue buff invade, but going to be spotted by the Maokai. Throwing the presence into the pixel bush, which I just learned yesterday that it's actually called the pixel bush. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I found that out not too long ago myself. I believe it was Abers who informed me. We were having a discussion. I was like, well, half the bushes have names. Do the other half of them have names? And
Yeah.
he came up with some really interesting answers to those questions.
Oh, but Tristana taking the bubble right before she gets her jump off. She's going to flash and heal. She's super low. No, the flash
More
Q
last
isn't
hit will
enough.
Take it. First blood going over to Nami.
A lot of summoners blown there. And that bubble, ooh, that was perfect timing for that bubble to hit right when she casted her rocket jump, and it stopped her in her tracks before she got over the wall. She wasted her flash and heal. We saw 2 flashes coming out from the Pantheon and Nami. And it looks like they're just going to reset.
That was quite the chase there.
Yeah.
They burned pretty much everything to make sure that went down the way they wanted it to.
Of course, First Blood going onto the Nami. Not the best First Blood that it could have been, but everyone getting an assist there, so gold for everybody.
Yeah, that's 4 assists
around.
across the board. I'd say 5, but Nami had to get the kill. Somebody has to take a kill. Nobody else gets assists. Alright, buffs come up. Both I am confused Lucian in the mid lane.
Whoa.
It's a quirky Nami bottom lane. I wasn't actually paying that much attention. I looked at Pantheon and Aurelia, but I didn't look at the mid lane matchup for me. You should have realized that either Lucian or Corki would have to go mid. See the not Corki, Kog'Maw. We'll see the Kog'Maw Nami bottom lane pairing with Suo versus Lucian. That could be a problem for Suo.
Yeah. See, I had assumed that it was going to be a Kog'Maw mid just because their for a while there was you see Kog'Maw, AP Kog'Maw's mid every now and then. So I just assumed they were pulling that out with Lucian being such a dominant AD carry. But Lucian also works really well in the mid because he's such a caster-oriented ranged AD carry. So he can be played mid lane pretty well. And to shut down that Yasuo, it could be a smart idea to send him mid. We'll see how that works out, though.
I mean, it's a lot less crazy than we saw. Sorry, than the let me restart that thought. It's a lot less crazy than Leona we saw mid lane from, I believe it was Honeys for Monies months ago.
But Yasuo going to be able to get the knock up, and here comes Pantheon to back up this gank, though. Lucian didn't really get low, but going to dash right out of there. Pantheon picking up the kill for himself, and he's coming back in for a couple auto attacks. That's going to be the heal coming out.
Double kill for Pantheon.
This was nicely played. Let me go ahead and rearrange this scoreboard for myself here.
I should rearrange the scoreboard as well to get that so everybody's seeing these the right order. We have Pantheon in the jungle, Trundle in the top lane. Looks like it's all good except from Kog'Maw and Lucian. He swapped around. Tristana taking a fair amount of pressure in that bottom lane.
Yep, even as Kog'Maw, that's going to be a hard lane for Tristana and Karma because he has that early range advantage. He starting from level 1, he has the super long range, whereas Tristana, you've got to wait until you get your levels up to actually start getting that ridiculous range. So for now, he can easily farm from a safe distance, he can poke from a safe distance, and Nami doing a good job of landing the bubbles and the poke, and taking a lot of damage.
Tristana rocket jumps out there and leaves Nami all on her own.
She's gonna get snared. The exhaust going down onto the Karma. Nothing gonna happen there. Maokai walking down in the bot lane. Farm pretty even up in the top lane. Kog'Maw doing a good job of keeping that CS
Trundle
lead.
might go down and they can just catch him. Pantheon not quite able to get into range there though before he gets under turret. The gank in the bottom lane as well. Maokai coming down. And of course, eats the Nami bubble though. Takes the slow from Kog'Maw.
Takes a lot of auto attacks from Kog'Maw there. He's punished for walking down into that, trying to get that gank off. And the Nami bubbles are on point right now. And she can keep that up all game. It's going to be dangerous.
Alright, it appears that Get Kills are trying has defeated Team Really Long Name, qualified for that other semi-final position. So the game between. I finish that thought in a moment as we're watching Trundle almost go down here again. Pantheon just needs to. There he is.
Yep, and that crit coming out from Pantheon because of the passive on E is super useful, but
Lucian down to half health, use the Q from Yasuo. He might go down here. He's taking a fair amount of pressure as well. Using dashes out. Won't be enough to escape though. For a 1 in favor.
Picking up the kill for himself. He's got a 2k gold lead here though.
At the 5-minute mark, almost the 6-minute mark, that is still quite impressive. Team Inc. putting on quite the performance right now.
They see Maokai and they see the Trundle. They're getting flanked here. They're low. This could turn out bad for Pantheon and Irelia, but Pantheon gonna flash away. Can Trundle get to him? He's just gonna bite him.
Down onto Pantheon.
And Irelia probably gonna be able to just walk away from this one. He doesn't have damage to back that up. He's 2 levels ahead of that Trundle though. He's 1-0-1. Pantheon 3-1-2, but the shutdown goal did go to Trundle, and that could make a difference.
Fight in the bottom lane. Kog'Maw not able to catch out Tristana with his slow. Tristana and Karma actually pushing this lane now. Can't farm number. Tristana only 15 farm behind, so she's not in the worst situation possible.
I'll be taking a lot of poke from that Karma Tristana duo. Gonna drink some health potions. Bubble coming out onto the Karma, taking a lot of damage there. But Tristana just sitting back, auto-attacking that Kog'Maw. They both got low right there. They're just going to back off and reset. But Maokai's looking for a gank coming around from the backside. This could be bad for Kog'Maw. He has no escape. And he's still going hard. He doesn't think that the Maokai's here, but the exhaust going down on him. Tristana gonna live. And, oh, he flashes and heals and gonna get the double kill for himself. No, Tristana takes that kill for...
He's not chasing Tristana down with his passive there. Might be a potential mistake. It does get some CS from it. You could have killed her with the explosion for the double.
Yasuo going onto this Lucian, just gonna win wall that culling. He's doing a pretty good job of keeping up with CS despite Lucian being able to abuse the range, but Irelia getting a solo kill for herself up top. Looks like Ink's gonna steal away the red.
See a
Pantheon coming out. He's gonna flash away from that.
A little bit late there. See if he's able to catch up to the Yasuo. He's going to dive this turret. Decides to fall off after taking 2 or 3 hits though. Irelia now well behind the turret. Manages to take Yasuo down. Maokai in trouble here. Goes in though. Gets the kill on the Lucian. Might get away from Pantheon. I doubt it. Spear comes in and that's gonna be able to take Maokai down.
That's a 2-for-1 so far in favor of Team Ink. Doing a good job of keeping that 2k gold lead. Chromatic still has room to come back in this one. Gonna go ahead and take away Team Ink's red in response to Team Ink taking away their red. Oh, I'm sorry. I was mistaken. They're just taking their own red.
I hate when that happens. I'm looking at them like, these guys are on blue side. Wait a minute, this is their blue side. Or
This just
purple
happened
side.
to me, but it's changing their reds. The turret going down. First turret of the game in favor of Team Ink down in the bot lane. And Kog'Maw keeping up a good CS lead on that Tristana. 69 to 54. Looks like he's rushing the Triforce as well. Irelia with a bit of a CS lead up top as well. And Lucian with the CS lead, so it's going to go down in the bot lane though. 2v2, the Nami ult comes out, doesn't hit anyone, gets stopped by that Yasuo ult from the side. Cullen comes out, missing almost every shot. Getting that Maokai low is going to get finished off by that Q. And he's flashing, he's got the double shot, he's dashing, he's still trying to get him. You ward, the stun comes out from Pantheon. And Armor can't really do too much there.
It's 2 kills for 0.
Yes, the keychain hype is real. Mine should be coming in pretty soon because I was the one that won the keychain last night. The 3 people up top, they're going to be going onto this Trundle. The bubble, the stun, and Pantheon's going to pick that one up for himself. 6-1 here. Be a pretty big force, but he does fall off later on, and I think it may be a mistake not letting his team get some of those kills, because later on in big team fights, he's going to start falling off, and he can just get CC'd into oblivion. Maybe letting his teammates pick up some of the other kills, especially the Kog'Maw being that big hyper carry, would have been a better idea, but he's roaming around the map picking up kills for himself. You know what he's got to do? He's rushed a Sword of the Occult, as well as Irelia's got a Sword of the Occult. This is interesting.
Irelia and Pantheon both going for that, I'm going to carry this game instead of you build.
Yeah. Irelia getting caught out here, gonna flash over that wall. They can't do much about that. The present is running. Oh, but Nami getting caught out in a bad position here is just gonna get blown up. Nami's got the bubble though. Can she survive? She flashes away from the Tristana and in comes Pantheon. Now they're chasing Tristana and Karma. He's going to flash over the wall, stun, and throw that Q, but she flashes over the wall in response. Wow, that's crazy. Maokai coming in to respond to this gank, and nothing going to come of it. But whoa, Karma's in a bad position here. Just going to get auto-attacked by that Kog'Maw. Nami going to go down to the Maokai. Karma going down to Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw just sitting there auto-attacking, and then there, Yasuo and Lucian are going at it. He's going to get blown up. The Ignite ticking. One more hit from somebody, but here comes Pantheon. Oh, the Q got him at max range, but it looks like Pantheon's going to pick this one up for himself.
Not sure why my camera was following Yorick there, guys. I apologize. Missing all this action. I got the coverage there from Super Vigor, though. Thank God for the voiceover.
Yeah, a lot just went down, and that's a pretty big gold lead, but Irelia trying to jump onto... Whoa, the last one, the shield from Karma going to save her, and she's going to go down to Karma. Trundle just pushing in the top lane. That was a clutch save by Karma. Wow, so much action just went down.
Down. Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
And it looks like Chromatic going to go for this first dragon, but they've got a ward over the wall. Possibly able to contest this. They're trying to get the vision so that they can get the timer. The dragon's just going to go down in favor of Chromatic, but they do have the timer over at Pink. So they'll be able to contest the next one that comes out. Going to clear out the Pink ward here. And he's still got the 4K gold lead. Tristana gonna jump away from that Kog'Maw. Joined here by Karma, but here comes Nami. Maokai's here as well, and so is Trundle. They're gonna be trying to flank onto this bot lane of Team Ink. And they're severely outnumbered, but Kog'Maw's still doing a bunch of damage, a double kill for himself. Can he kite this out? The Pantheon ult is coming to help out this Kog'Maw, and Yasuo ulting onto the Lucian. Can he get away? He flashes out. He lives at 10 HP.
Trouble for this Nami. Double kill for the Kog'Maw. Pushing under the turret. Yasuo might go down. Just one more turret hit. Gets out with his life. That's impressive. Good job by Yasuo in that mid lane. Unfortunately, Pantheon picks up another kill. Maokai going down there.
Seems like you're a little behind. Are you live?
That question. Apparently, I am behind. What the hell's going on with my stream? Here we go. Getting this fixed, guys.
Because all that action just went down, but
Oh. Yeah, okay. I hit the keyboard accent, guys, and messed up my direct camera earlier. I fixed the direct camera, so I was no longer watching Trail of the Farm, but I noticed that apparently it jacked my stream back like 20 or 30 seconds there. I am really sorry for that, guys. We just missed like 20 or 30 action.
what's going down in the mid lane though? No one's dead yet, but people taking a lot of damage, and now Kai just getting piled onto those four members, but he's super tanky. He's going to go down to the Irelia. Now Irelia's jumping in, but Yasuo lives at 10 health and takes her down. This is an all-out bloodbath. Team Ink still managing to inch that gold lead bigger and bigger. With every fight, they just keep picking up more kills and more objectives. The Tristana coming up from the back, gonna take down that Kog'Maw, shutting him down for the Yasuo. Yasuo doing pretty well this game, especially against this challenger team of Team Ink, a powerhouse. Still holding that 5k gold lead in favor of Team Ink. Gonna be ganked by this Maokai. He's gonna get the snare up. Nami's going to try to flash away, but the knockup goes off, and they're just going to be running away from this Pantheon now, who's absolutely huge. Looks like Maokai's probably going to go down to this one. The last hit from that Lucian.
I think I'm back on time, at least now we are live here. I apologize that the announcing was a little bit ahead of us. Back in the game. That's another kill, and this time it's going on to the Lucian though. Chromatic trying to get back into this game, only down by 4k gold right now.
And they're closing the gap of the gold lead here with the Yasuo starting to snowball a lot. But that Irelia is still big. They're going to jump onto her, doing a lot of damage, taking down the Yasuo. Now do Karma and Tristana have what it takes to take her down? The red buff ticking. They're going to take that kill in favor of the Tristana.
Tristana's going to be happy about that one.
Oh yeah, she's got to get herself going here pretty quick because that Kog'Maw, he's got his Triforce finished already. And they're going to clear out their red here. Wonder how long that's been sitting there.
She does have the Bork to his Triforce, which is also a fairly pricey item there. Could potentially just be a big difference in the itemization pass as opposed to a gold difference per se. Tristana being down by about 20 farms, so she's done fairly well this lane. Not quite dominated it, but come out in a solid position.
Yep, overall they're pretty close in gold. You're right. Just the build path being a little different. But Kog'Maw has just got that range, and we're just waiting. Tristana's just waiting for her range to stack up with the level so she can step back to the farther, safer position. But she's going to pick up a kill for herself. Kog'Maw getting dove onto by the Maokai and Yasuo. Trundle going down.
Double kill for Aurelia. Not the greatest situation. This is where you do. Rest of Team Chromatic getting awfully low here. Maokai goes back and gets something to kill on Anthem before he gets the lead.
Killing spree.
Armor decides to escape with her life.
Barely flashing red, and that fight was spread out from mid lane all the way down into that river bush. There was a bunch going on in different places, but it did turn out in favor of Team Inc. It looked like every time it looks like Chromatic is possibly going to take the lead in a fight, Team Inc. just turns it around and says, "Nope, we're going to take this fight for ourselves and do a bunch of damage." I think Chromatic needs to stop fighting because they are just constantly losing, and they're going to be building that gold lead even more. 6k gold now, or 5k gold, sorry, in favor of Team Inc. A lot of kills going down this game.
Definitely been having kills. Turrets not so much. We're seeing it 4-2 right now. Team Chromatic seeing him with the Dragon Tip will be contested. Kog'Maw not able to steal that though.
Possibly be looking for a Baron dance here, but Kog'Maw's at his red buff, so that would not be a good idea for Team Inc. And they're just going to be fighting for the vision control around Baron. Kog'Maw's up only almost 30 farm now on this Tristana.
And not the situation Tristana wants to be in, having come out of lane phase quite some time ago at this point. She's down by 30 farm now. I would say that if you're down by up to 20 farm, it's not in position to hold the lane. That's going to be killing a Maokai. Really,
And again, this fight is spread out from a bunch of different places, and Tristana's going to go down to the Kog'Maw. Lucian goes down. Let's say
Chromatic actually not that far behind, but not making the basically what I'm making right now.
no, they're keeping the gold lead where it's been for the past 5 minutes, maybe, where they're fighting and they're losing the fights, but they're also picking up dragons, picking up a couple kills in the fights where the gold lead isn't increasing, and that's a 5k gold lead is not good. But at least not allowing the gold lead to increase is a good thing. And so they're going to be chasing onto this Kog'Maw now. Karma trying to lock him down. The exhaust on him. They really want to shut him down. Irelia having way too much damage, though, for anyone to contest. That's a double kill for her.
Suo and Karma both down. There's going to be Rundle down as well. That's a 4th kill as Maokai goes Tristana 5. No. In that fight, I suppose, but not... She would have been not close enough for to have locked her down. We'll try to defend this turret potentially. Not gonna be a lot. She's gonna run back to that Nexus turret.
And that just increased to an 8k gold lead really quick. So the comment I was making about not letting that gold lead increase, it's false now. They're pushing into that inhib, but they're still trying to come back and react. And the Nami ult just gonna push them away so they can walk away safely. But Yasuo is still dashing through the minions, gonna take down the Nami for himself. They're fighting. They're looking to make this game a good one.
Seeing at 31 to 20, the kill difference is actually not as bad as it could be. I mean, we are at the 20-minute mark, so there are a lot more kills than you would traditionally see in some games. But kills going over to both sides fairly well. Pantheon looking at all in here. Lucian pops himself. Baron going over to Team Chromatic though, and a kill on their Pantheon. They're now playing over to 5 with the Baron buff. Could be the comeback that Chromatic's been looking.
Yeah, this is exactly what they need. They took out the Pantheon, now it's a 4v5. They got Baron buff, but Karma getting caught out by the Lucian, and Maokai's not in a good spot either. He's going to be taken down. Now it's a 4v4. They have Baron buff, but Team Ink is still 7k gold ahead. They can still manage to fight this, but
The shutdown on Aurelia though.
Karma picking up that kill.
Score goes
Kog'Maw
down to the
taking
Kog'Maw.
Ooh.
Dog goes down as well. It's 4 kills going over to Team Ink. Karma running for her life. That's an ace.
Yeah, that's an ace for Team Ink, and they're going to be able to get this mid inhib and possibly a Nexus turret. At least one. Well, Maokai seems to be back up, and they're just going to back off possibly. Take some buffs. Yep, Chromatic had the idea with the Baron. What they needed to do was just back off, go back, spend the gold they got from Baron and catching out the Pantheon, and then siege a tower. And instead of trying to fight that right where they were a little chunked from the Baron. And even though it was a 4v5, Maokai got caught in a bad position, and after that, the fight just exploded. And a 4v4 with the type of gold lead that Team Ink has right now is still very deadly for Team Chromatic, even with the Baron buff on them.
Team Chromatic not going to be happy with that Baron buff there. They made a great play taking that Baron without Team Ink being able to respond to probably actually taking down the Pantheon we also did, as well as I believe Lucian may have gone down. He probably got out there. But they messed up their positioning a little bit and around that mid turret. Or Maokai got cut out after it was Karma and Trundle both getting cut out by the Maokai. So just their spread there, their positioning is not ideal. See what comes in with the Dolphin Man.
Whoa!
Aurelia just melts him now before she goes down. It's going to be a shutdown.
Did you see that? He got the knock-up off of the displacement from the Trundle pillar. That was... I knew that could happen, but to actually make it happen in a time of action like that, that's impressive.
That is impressive if it was intentional.
Yeah, it's a very small window for him to actually hit his ult, so he must have seen that at the right when it happened and just spammed his R. Irelia was still able to melt that Yasuo though and make it a 1-for-1. It just shows how ahead she is of everyone else in this team. She's 14 and 5, 194 CS. She's got the most farm on the map.
Most kills, most farm. This Aurelia doing a great job there. He's sort of the Occult working out in their favor. Not a traditional itemization pattern.
And Chromatic trying to push back again.
Chromatic spread out a little too much, takes a lot of pressure. They do get a shutdown on the Cosmo.
Oh, here comes Irelia to clean up the fight once again. They don't have the damage to back up anything they do. Team Chromatic they're just two behind. And here, Pentakill? Oh yeah. That's the Pentakill for Irelia, and that's not a story that you want to be seeing if you're Team Chromatic right now.
Aurelia
It's the second Pentakill we've seen today.
Away.
Yep, and it looks like that's going to be game.
Jinx straight into their first game, and now it's going to be an Aurelia taking the Pentakill to end this game. Well played by Ink. They're going to see a double Nexus pop here as they both end it and get the surrender vote.
And Team Ink taking that one away from Chromatic once again, showing that Team Ink is just a powerhouse.
Alright, so Team Ink has advanced to the finals match. Means Team Chromatic will be playing this. Once we do get to semifinals, guys, all teams are guaranteed a minimum of 800 RP per team member. So a loss is not as devastating as it could be, and they did put up a good performance. It was a fairly, say, close game, but there were a number of windows where Team Chromatic had the opportunity, made some good plays, but they also had some mispositions, misplays in there, which cost them a lot of advantage they could have pushed. And the Aurelia just doing work.
Yeah, I think the story of that game really was Team Chromatic was probably a little intimidated early game. They were probably scared to try and make certain amount of plays, and Team Inc was racking up the gold. They're getting kills, they're getting objectives. They gained this good gold lead, and then finally, when Team Chromatic said, "You know what, we need to communicate, we need to coordinate, and we need to start making things happen," they had a lot of windows where they tried to make something happen, and if they weren't so behind, it probably would have worked out in favor of Team Chromatic. But because they were just so behind from that early game where they just didn't do very much, those windows of opportunity that they tried to take, it just didn't work out because Team Inc just had the damage, they had the gold lead, they were just so ahead that no matter what, every time Chromatic tried to fight anything, they just got blown up. And they kept doing it, instead of saying maybe one or two lost fights where they back off and try to regroup, take some objectives without having to fight Team Inc 5v5 because they just could not handle that. They just kept fighting, and the gold lead increased to where Irelia just became a monster, and everyone else on Team Inc was also pumping out tons of damage. So,
yeah, Team Chromatic really needed to try and turtle that one out, and as much.
Exactly.
Guys, I'm going finals match. Referencing the other semifinals round is minutes into their game. See if I can spectate that one using LOL replay. Go in the hard way. I'm not sure, unfortunately, if you will be able to join me during this. Work. See, I will double check if I have one of them on my friends list. Actually, that's probably the better way. Except I get the spectator view through all Nexus working. Alright, so I'm not sure if that's going to show me as potentially in-game spectating or if it doesn't go through the LOL client. I don't believe it actually goes through the LOL client. Okay, so we'll just sit in this lobby while I go into spectator mode over LOL Nexus, and I will get us some coverage of that other semifinal game while we wait for this finals matchup to get started. So I'm going to thank Ruby for joining us for now, and I'll end our call for now so I'm not spamming you too much. If you want to check out the channel for a little bit, we'll know. Sorry, I mean you'll know because they'll come into lobby as well. I'll recall you as we get into that finals game, alright?
All right, sounds good. I'll just hang out and chat, talk to people, and we'll wait for this game to get started.
What do you think? So we'll see you again in a few minutes. Gonna get the other semifinal game started up momentarily, guys. Alright, so we are loading into the game. They are about 15 minutes in. Once again, guys, thank Ruby for joining us. He will be back for our finals matchup. Unfortunately, since I'm doing this one through LOL Nexus, there's no way for me to get him into the game. So it would be a little bit awkward for him to try and shoutcast with us. I potentially could have gotten one of these through my actual in-game account, but I don't believe I have any of these summoners on my friends list. It's a double kill for Blue Team. Blue Team up 4-0 as well as one turret right now. 12 minutes in though. Once again, guys, this is a semi-finals match. This is team. I'm gonna double check these team names here. It is Get Kills or Feed Trying on the blue side, and Lost Kids in Africa on the purple side. Lost Kids looking to pick up a bottom turret here. Goal score only a 1k goal difference at the 30-minute mark. 1 kill difference, 1 turret difference. All of that in favor of Get Kills or Feed Trying. Malphite sitting at 3-1, doing most of the work for his team. There's something about these top laners. I believe top laners. No, yeah, okay, top laner. I was gonna say it's the jungle. That is a Wukong jungle. Get this scoreboard reorganized for you guys before everybody goes crazy. Blue team, that is, get kills or feed, setting up for Dragon here. See, Wukong in the jungle, Malphite in the top lane. Ooh, Malphite's not in the top lane, Malphite's in there. Malphite's their mid laner? What? Irelia in the top lane. I'm very confused right now. Some really interesting mid lane picks coming up from a bunch of these teams tonight. Kills going out 5-3. 2k gold lead in favor of get kills or die trying or feed trying. Yeah. The Malphite mid throwing me off a little bit. We are at direct camera. We should be switching back up to this in a minute. Where's Malphite? Malphite went back to the base and it's going to cost him that mid and outer turret. That is the first turret for team name. Team name. What is their team name? My apologies, guys. 1 second. Lost Kids in Africa. I lost their team name. I mean, what can you say? They're in Africa. They're lost. They're kids. It's hard to tell what's going on there. But they are Lost Kids in Africa on purple side. I am not going to lose them anymore. I'll keep track of that team name. So again, Lost Kids in Africa purple side versus get kills or feed trying on the blue side. 1 turret to 1 now. Wukong went way too deep there. Paid for it with his life. We're going to see Kassadin go down to the Irelia. Irelia making the right call there. Going a little bit ham, but making it pay for her. Alright, let's take another quick look around these scores. Oh, the scoreboard is all messed up. There we go. Scoreboard fixed. Irelia sitting fairly even in farm with Shyvana only up by 10. Wukong and Amumu seem to be clearing at about the same rate. But Wukong is up by a solid 15 farm over the Amumu, as well as 2 kills. Mid lane matchup, Malphite's actually doing a great job maintaining farm with the Kassadin. Is up by a kill as well. Draven and Tristana. Draven not doing as well as he would like to be against the Tristana. He is up by about 10 farm. So solid numbers coming across the board from get kills or feed trying. Lost Kid in Africa not too far behind. About a 2k gold deficit for Lost Kids in Africa. So that's a 2k gold lead for get kills or feed trying. Irelia and Shyvana trading it out in the top lane. You're gonna see Irelia, I think that's not her ultimate she popped. I'm not sure what that skill is that she just used. Somebody in the Twitch chat, tell me the skill name. I mean, I could just click her. Double check what the skill is. Irelia, is that Equilibrium Strike? Hidden Style? Over to Thresh, okay. Anyways, back to this game. Shyvana getting awfully low here. Malphite flashes in, pops his ultimate. I feel like I'm lagging. That looked a little bit funny. Somebody in the Twitch chat, let me know if this stream is showing any kind of weird lag signs to you guys. I think we're all good, but the animation played out for Malphite's ultimate a tiny bit weird there on my screen. goes in onto Aurelia under the turret, puffs his ultimate against 3 of them. Doesn't actually hit the Aurelia there. Wukong getting mighty low. One more turret, he would have been dead. One more auto attack, he'll be dead. Kassadin comes in there with his ultimate, does get the kill on Wukong. But he gets deleted for it. Thresh picking up that kill. Kill secured. Gonna check the temperature of my computer. Everything feels pretty good here. Graphics card is a little bit warmer than I thought it was. Holy crap, that's hot. Alright, so my computer in general is nice and cool, but my graphics card sitting at ridiculous temperatures just burnt my fingers. Yes, I can touch my graphics card. My computer only has one side on it, just because it's easier to access things that way, more fun. So that could mess up the cooling dynamic technically. Could be when my graphics card is overheating. Should probably put that second side back on the computer. I apologize, guys. We'll get this looked into momentarily. I'm just gonna see if I can do anything to... Yeah, no, the system is cooling fine. There's not too much I can do, unfortunately. That's a huge team fight I just missed, though. Only 1 kill in it so far. 2 kills, 3 kills. All of them in favor of the Lost Kid in Africa. The Lost Kids in Africa coming back into this game, now only down by about 600 gold. Sorry, put 1,000 gold. It was 1,600 gold a moment ago, but they picked up another kill. That's a 4th kill in that team by making it 4-0 in their favor for kills during that fight. Alright, we've got a Twitch chat comment that it could just be the LOL Nexus spectator mode being a tiny bit choppy, and that kind of makes sense since I am, I guess, I don't know exactly what you would call what you're doing when you use LOL Nexus to view it, but it's a remote connection to something that then streams the game content to you, allowing you to utilize everything properly and, you know, spectate those games. So it could be that there's a little bit of lag going over that connection. My graphics card is a little bit hot, which could lead to throttling potentially, which would lead to graphics or FPS lag. But I don't believe that is a situation, since we've been running, you know, these tournaments on this machine for a number of weeks now without issue. Kills now 10 for 10, gold score, only difference being about 500 gold. Turrets 3-2 in favor of get kills or feed trying? Yeah, get kills or feed trying. Lost Kids in Africa, that's the name. Lost Kids in Africa doing a great job of coming back here. Got a comment into its chat about rigs built by different computer builders, saying that somebody's built one inside of a freezer with the cores and stuff, having holes drilled in the freezer so they can get the cores actually through that, allow their computer to run at like ultra low temperatures. Of course, a freezer not the greatest choice. I would use a fridge, since, you know, sub-zero temperatures isn't great for I mean, I guess there'd be no real expansion. Again, computer parts do heat up, so even in the freezer there would be, you know, heat inside those components, which would dissipate out a lot quicker than normal, but it would lead to higher temperatures inside of the components than outside of them, which could lead to warping. So the fridge, definitely a better option if you're going to build a super cooled, well, a weirdly cooled, awesome little PC rig. Water cooling being the, well, not water cooling, it's liquid cooling being the ideal option, of course, generally. Of course, the more powerful your computer gets, the more unique cooling solutions it needs. Data centers, of course, being a great example of that. Negative pressure rooms with air conditioning and other things. I'm sorry, I'm going on a little bit of a rant here about computer building techniques and cooling techniques and not actually paying attention to the game, though there's not a whole lot of action going on here. Team Lost Kid in Africa has actually made themselves the gold lead victors. What do you call that? I don't know. They have the gold lead. They're coming out ahead here. They've come back from behind to have an advantage. Alright, get kills or feed trying, making some plays in the mid lane. Well, looking like they're going to make some plays in the mid lane, but they all fall off of it after clearing that wave. Crazy pains made a purple side around that Baron. Seems like they want to get some vision on the backside of Red Bush, or Red Buff. I was going to say though, let me know what that bush is called behind the Red Buff. Three for 3 in turrets. Pretty even game here at the 26-minute mark. 10 for 10 in kills. About a 1k goal difference between both teams in favor of Lost Kid in Africa. Comment that freezers only get things down to 20 degrees. We are Canadians here. It's negative 18 degrees in Celsius. What is it in African? What measuring system do they use in Africa? Somebody quick in the Twitch chat. The Canadians use Celsius, the US people use Fahrenheit. Let's let the African people be the judge of which one is better. Or, you know, introduce a third system completely to the mix. Got a Twitch just saying, we don't have enough viewers for giveaways right now, but you know what, you guys are so awesome. We could potentially think about doing a quick giveaway at the end of the stream if y'all stick around. We do have a number of those cool keychain flashlights. Also potential for a mystery skin or an RP card. Though we do like to reserve those RP cards for when we do reach the 100 viewer mark. You know, make it worth it for everybody. I mean, lowers the odds for you guys, but it means we're going to have a decent viewer base. It means we'll have potentially more people aware of our tournaments able to get into participating. And, yeah. Apparently Aurelia is lagging, so we're into a pause screen here. Alright, so the pause is removed, back into the game. Aurelia apparently done her lag spree. Looks like she's just dodging around there to make sure she's not going to get any graphics lag or, you know, normal lag. It always sucks to rubber band. I don't think I've rubber banded in League at all before without having, well, I guess I have. I've gotten that weird trying to reconnect message and rubber banded a little bit before. Never a pleasant situation. Feel bad for people with lag. Alright, so it's been a pretty passive last 5 minutes here, guys. No additional kills, no additional turrets. Both teams content to farm things out, try and maintain vision control. This is kind of the play I would expect to see from a semifinals match, where both teams really want that victory. Really want to get to the finals match. Do not want to go home with a double loss at this point, where they'd only get 800 RP per team member. And of course, losing the semifinals game, I mean, both teams that make it to that bronze match have lost a semifinals game, but it's a huge hit to morale when you come through a tournament, get to semifinals, and lose. Have to play one more game, so it's, you know, you want to win that semifinals game, so you're in the finals bracket, ready to play your best, have that winning attitude all set, ready to go, as opposed to, you know, losing the semifinals game, getting into the bronze matchup, being kind of half-cocked, a little bit off your game, a little bit disappointed, and then potentially not playing your best and not getting that third place finish where you know you could have, and ending up in that fourth place slot with a double loss. I mean, somebody's got to take it, but nobody. I mean, it's 800 RP. Of course, you're gonna want it no matter what, but nobody really wants to not win. Some weird lag here, guys. I do apologize for that. I do believe it is the fault of LOL Nexus. I mean, I'm blaming LOL Nexus. It could very well be my computer starting to not enjoy itself. It's doing a lot of work right now, streaming this much League. Time to get the ice cubes out. That's one more kill for both teams that I somehow missed go down, as well as a turret going over to get kills or feed trying. Looking at the goal scored, get kills or feed trying is now up by 1k. The gold lead flip-flopping back and forth between both teams for the last 10 minutes. Lag is on my end here. I mean, not necessarily on my end, but I am seeing the lag as well, so it's not just Twitch. I do apologize for that, guys. We'll give things a 2-minute break from heavy streaming. I mean, it's still streaming no matter what, as long as the stream is up, but it's not going to be running the graphics from League as well for a moment or two, which should potentially let my computer cool down, and if it is a problem of my computer overheating, as opposed to the LOL Nexus connection. Comment from the only Vic in chat that he's curious about the Blizzard MOBAs. For anybody who's not aware, Blizzard has just released a new MOBA called Heroes of the Swarm, I do believe. Our head of games has been playing it for the last week, says it is an awesome little game, but their alpha servers have crazy lag issues. We'll potentially be looking into getting into tournaments in other gaming platforms fairly soon. We did attempt to run a Smite tournament, but we didn't have the turnout we were expecting. We had the minimum 8 teams registered, but only one of them actually showed up for the event. Can't have a tournament with one team, it just doesn't work. So if you guys have suggestions for things you'd like to see us doing, or things you want to get into, that you'd like us to get into with you, we're happy to receive your feedback, and we can look into the possibilities of hosting events and tournaments in things such as Smite, Hearthstone, the new Blizzard MOBAs, potentially doing, other kinds of esports as well, moving away from MOBAs a tiny bit. I'm not as familiar with the industry as I should be. I do have a fair amount of research to do to get caught up with our head of games here, as well as different parts of the community. Comment in Twitch chat from Cardboard Toast that Smite looks to be pretty good, but doesn't have a lot of players. It's actually reached over 1 million. It just came out of beta about 3 or 4 months ago, if that. So that's a pretty impressive jump. They hit their 1 million mark, and that's pretty much what you need to be successful. You gotta go when you launch your game. I mean, they prolonged their beta phase a little longer than I would have liked, and their client's still not as solid as it should be for a game coming out of beta. But yeah, as I was saying, you go in, you launch your game, you launch your product, and you pray until a certain number. And once you hit that number, it's all cake. And this time the cake is not a lie. Surprised nobody's exploding it that the cake is a lie. Because, I mean, in every other instance, of course, the cake is a lie. Especially if you ask Bethesda. For anybody who doesn't get that, go play some Portal, you'll figure it out eventually. Alright, I'm gonna get back into this game here. I mean, there's still not been a whole lot of action. There's been a lot of farming, a few little scuffles. Still 11-11 in kills. Still a 1k gold lead for get kills or die trying. I mean, get kills or feed trying. Try feeding. I don't know. Double check the name, what it's actually supposed to be here. It is get kills or feed trying. There we go. I said that correctly that time. Got some StarCraft comments in the Twitch chat. StarCraft, I actually started playing StarCraft not too long ago. I got myself to level 5 on that free account. Considering personally getting into it a little bit, but the scene is pretty damn competitive. I mean, you do have to be really good in order to have a chance. There's so many different game modes, though. We could look into potentially trying to revive some of that scene, at least at the community level. I mean, you'll never see huge pro players from North America as Korea dominates. I mean, there's occasionally they call them foreigners when a team member, sorry, not a team member, but a player of StarCraft 2 comes into the game at a competitive level and is not a resident of Korea. So anybody not in Korea is a foreigner. And of course, while speaking about StarCraft, I missed that entire team fight which cost Lost Kids in Africa 3 of their team members, with only Wukong going down on get kills or feed trying. Question about the catch, how can I track the battle when it's so choppy? Yeah, I know the quality here is a little bit lower than I would like it to be, unfortunately. Everything is pretty rough. I'm blaming LoL Nexus. I mean, I'm running League in the background. You can see I'm sitting in that lobby waiting for this game to finish up. Not sure if the lag is an issue with the interface to LOL Nexus, or if my computer is just not enjoying itself here. I'm going to check the temperature on my graphics card again. Yeah, still capable of completely destroying my fingertips. So it's hot. Could potentially be an issue with my computer causing this lag. We'll find out once we get through to the next game. If it is, I will work some crazy computer voodoo and make it stop one way or the other. I wonder if there is a setting option. Video, borderless, very high, very high. See if I can do kind of frame rate capping. I don't know why I click away for anti-aliasing. For anti-aliasing. Get rid of that. I never played with that on before. See if that actually just fixed up some stuff here. Seems like we might be working a little bit better. Potentially not. I could turn the graphics down, though I really don't want to do that. Who wants to play on lower graphics? Comments from Twitch chat from the Only Vic of how did Thresh learn to read? He learned from Hooked on Phonics. Pretty sure that's a death sentence joke, kids. Now Mumu comes into this fight, pops his ult, and after tossing the bandages, that's going to be Malphite going down right away. Great plays by Lost Kids in Africa. They're now chasing down the Aurelia. Death sentence comes in, lands onto Kassadin. Aurelia now caught out, does go down, the bandage coming out there to try and stop her, but it's not even needed. It's 2 for 0 in favor of Lost Kids in Africa. A good play there, coming back to even out the kill score. Ooh, something I didn't notice. Apparently somebody got Baron. Who got Baron? I'm going to assume from the gold difference here, from Get Kills or Feet trying, jumping up to a 4k gold lead, that they managed to get that Baron. Oh, there's also an inhibitor down here in the mid lane, as well as a Nexus turret going down. Mumu and Nami doing some work here. Sorry, not doing work. Defending. I don't know why I thought they were attacking. I always get the team colors and the base colors reversed. I'm like, they're purple. They're in the purple base. They must not be on their side.
Purple team's inhibitor is respawning soon. Blue team slain the dragon.
It's a dragon going over to name Get Kills or Feet trying. There we go. I'm sorry I'm having so much trouble with these names tonight, guys. Some really long names. I mean, the longest name, of course, being a really long name to piss off the casters when they try and say our name, or something along those lines. We just dubbed them Team Really Long Name. I looked at Twitch chat again, missed some action. We're going to see a kill on the Malphite there. He popped his Zanya, but it wasn't going to be enough to keep him alive. Nami out coming in the middle of this. We're going to see believe that's Tristana. No, it's a Wukong. There's no Tristana in this game. Yes, there is. On the opposite team, though. Whew, my attention span is shot. I am so sorry, guys. Having a difficulty following this game, especially with this crazy lag. Things just look a little bit weird. Purple side, potentially looking for a Baron here. It is now live. Good kills her feet trying, not actually going to be able to contest that Baron. Kind of surprised. I'm pretty sure they knew what was going on. Then again, maybe not. There is no vision around that Baron before them. Lost Kids in Africa is still down by about 4k gold here, but up by 1 kill, and now with that Baron buff, we'll see if they're able to turn this game around in their favor. They are down by a total of 3 turrets, making it, sorry, it's 6 turrets to 3, making them down by a total of 3 turrets. Lost Kid in Africa potentially looking to siege this mid inner turret down. Shyvana heading to the top lane. Looks like she's going to split push for that top inner turret, depending on, well, she's going to split push for that top inner turret. We'll see if they can get both the mid and top turrets here. As I say, she will split push. Looks like the rest of her team's going to head up there as well, potentially. And Death's Head is coming out into the jungle, not quite connecting to any members of Lost Kid in Africa. Mumu tosses the bandit, but doesn't connect. A Dravenalt comes in and the turret goes down. Aurelia now caught out. You see the Thresh Laner there saves her life. A Mumu ult comes in, hits 2 or 3, possibly even 4 members of Get Killed Her Feet trying. The first kill goes out to Get Killed Her Feet trying. Nami gets deleted. Kassadin gets deleted. It's 2 kills for 0. Baron buff not doing what it needs to for them. That's a shutdown onto Shyvana. Draven gets killed for it though. Tristana forced to rocket jump out, flashes over the wall into the enemy base. I assume she was trying to get out of that with her life, but she's actually going to pick this up a quadra kill. Aurelia now at about 500 HP. We'll see if Tristana can get there. She's not going to be greedy enough though, knowing that Aurelia has that GA and there are turrets in range. And that is an amazing teamfight turnaround. Tristana with the quadra kill. Alright, so taking another look at the scoreboard and such, we're going to see Aurelia and Shyvana pretty much even in CS, but Shyvana has the kill and assist advantage. A much higher KDA there. Between Wukong and Mumu, things once again, actually not once again, The farm numbers are fairly divergent there, with Wukong having a steady farm advantage over the Amumu. The KDA is actually fairly even there on them. In lane matchup, Malphite doing fairly well, being 9-5, Cassidy's 5-5. Farm numbers pretty much even there. Only a 3 CS difference at 48 minutes in the game. That is quite even. We're going to see 500 farm on Tristana. I don't think I've ever seen anybody over 500 farm. I'm impressed. We have a team fight here. Tristana gets deleted first. Malphite goes down. This could be the end of Lost Kids in Africa. Without their Tristana, what will their answer be? A triple kill for Draven. Going to be an inhibitor as well. Potentially going to be these Nexus turrets and the game. 60 seconds with only Kassadin remaining. Draven goes down there. Wait, I'm confused. Draven's alive. Who got deleted? Kassadin went down there. And that is the game, guys. We will be getting our semifinals matchup underway. Sorry, not our semifinals matchup. Our finals matchup underway momentarily. Get Kills or Feed Trying has emerged victorious over Lost Kids in Africa. So Lost Kids in Africa will be facing Team Chromatic in that bronze match, determining who the 3rd and 4th place teams will be. While Get Kills or Feed Trying is going to move on to face Team Inc. in the final slot to determine the 1st and 2nd place teams. What is going on here? Game is still in progress. Something is glitching. Why is my client glitched? Okay, I gotta restart my client, guys. That's not good. I was sitting in the lobby. Apparently sitting in the lobby and then going to LoL Nexus stuff decides to make things not do what they're supposed to do exactly. So we're gonna get back into the game here. Hopefully those teams are still waiting for me. Have not actually been waiting too long. We'll get Ruby for Vigor back into the Skype call. Get him. I believe he's sitting in that lobby, so we'll find out if they're still sitting there sitting there waiting for me. Those Skype beeps, I apologize, guys. Okay, League, stop this shenanigans. Stop the shenanigans, League. Hey, you still in the lobby there?
I'm back. What a long game.
Yeah, that was a long game. I think they hit the 60-minute mark.
Yeah.
Just having some issues getting into it. Apparently, the LoL Nexus made my lobby glitch there somehow. Or lobby got reformed? Not sure.
No, yeah, I was still sitting in the lobby, and then I saw on stream that you were messed up, and then everyone just left the lobby.
Alright,
But
so
you were in the lobby for the duration where you were spectating on LoL Nexus, but I think it was right when you got out where it just bugged out.
alright, I've got an invite from Kimura here, so we should be good again. Alright, so just waiting for... wrong button. For the other team to come and join us now. It's going to be Get Kills or Feed Trying, making their way to the finals bracket. It's been not too long of a night. It's only 10 o'clock. It's been going for about 3 hours now. 4 rounds? Let's double check the brackets here, guys. That opened up for you. It was... yeah. Actually, 3 rounds if you don't include the 2 round 1 game, so 4 rounds total for some teams. Actually, for no teams that are currently participating, all the round 1 teams were eliminated. So for anybody in the finals, they've played 2 games so far, and their 3rd victory will make them 1st place, whereas a loss here will get them 2nd place. Once teams have now lost one of their games, on into that bronze match. Taking a look at the brackets here, Team Chromatic started in round 2, and Lost Kids in Africa also started in round 2. They played 2 games, they won one, lost one to get there. Not a bad way to get 800 RP. Win one, lose two. That's a decent way to, get some quick RP. Suppose just have to win your first one. Anyways, we're now with 3 guys from that team name. Get kills or feed trying. There we go. Into the game. We'll be going shortly. Alright, so did you catch much of the last matchup there, Quality? Sorry, Ruby?
Yeah, I was sitting in Twitch chat watching. I wasn't paying attention too closely to it, but I know it was a super long game, and there was a big lull in the action towards the 30 to 40-minute mark. It was just like farming.
Yeah, neither
farming,
team really wanted
moving
to
around.
engage there, apparently.
Yeah, and I didn't really catch what led up to the actual end of the game.
These appear to be the wrong summoners. I'm slightly confused.
Hmm.
Squan, Frank 130, KKG 313, and Kate Upton were not on. Maybe they were. Maybe I'm crazy, and it was Team Chromatic that I looked at last time. That was the mostly Diamond 1 team. I'm just being crazy, guys. This is a team. Get kills or feed trying. I'm gonna double check those rosters on the website here. You'll all get to see this. Scrolling down. Where are they? Get kills. Feed trying. Kate Upton, Frank 130, Hush Meg Eagles, Squan, KKG 313. So we could be good. Those are the right summoners. I apologize for the skull there. Kate Upton saying she played in ranked against Inc. a couple nights ago. I don't think Inc. has a ranked team that is under the same name. And Kate Upton's ranked team appears to be Platinum, so I'm not sure if she's a little bit confused because their ranked team is Diamond Tim. She's potentially playing on a different team as well. Not sure. We'll see how both teams do here. Inc. having the apparent advantage with that Challenger tier team rating, as well as the all Diamond solo queue ratings. Zord feed trying, showing 2 Platinum summoners so far, as well as 2 Diamond summoners. Did put up a great fight in the last game. We got to catch part of it. Their game against Lost Kids in Africa. Lost Kids in Africa being a mainly Diamond team. Wait, I am super confused here. It was Team Chromatic that I watched that had the 1 Platinum summoner. I didn't get to see the rankings from Get Kills or Feed Trying and Lost Kids in Africa, so that is why I was confused there. Didn't get to see their summoner names and ranks together in the pre-game screen since we joined them at the 15-minute mark.
Apologize if you heard that. It's my phone going off.
We have Kiramura giving away the secret to achieving Challenger. The secret
Ward.
apparently is to ward. Vision control. Overpowered. You heard it right from the Challenger mouth. That is the number 12 team in it. They are all Diamond 1 solo queue summoners. They've not achieved that Challenger rating on their own, but as a team, to be the collective, that vision is pretty strong.
And that Irelia getting banned out. First ban. So we'll see what else can get pulled out, because we've seen Irelia a lot in this tournament. I think she's been played, maybe 4 times?
Yeah, she's been a quite popular champion tonight.
Mm-hmm. And the Lucian getting banned out as well.
Irelia ban is probably a fairly good choice. We did see Ink put up a great showing against that Yorick in the top lane last matchup.
Definitely. They've showed that they can perform with an Irelia on their team twice now. So that's a good ban coming out. And the Kassadin was a good ban as well. Whoa, Tryndamere getting insta-locked. That's interesting.
I think that is going to be their top laner potentially, unless he goes into the jungle.
Well, that's going to be fun to see.
Tryndamere, one of those hyper carry champions that likes to defy death at every chance he's given.
Yep. Super successful solo queue champion. Not sure how well he's going to do in ranked 5s, though, because a little bit of coordination and good CC can lock down a Tryndamere and destroy him. But we'll see if he just split pushes all game into the Nexus and just wins. Seems to be the strategy of most Tryndameres I see, but well, Fiora getting hovered over here. And they're gonna lock up that Fiora, so potentially a Fiora versus Tryndamere top lane. That'll be an interesting.
That would be an
interesting
interesting top lane to watch, or to see how that goes. Fiora versus Tryndamere, both of those really snowbally champions.
A
Tryndamere,
lot
I
of
would say,
damage.
having the slight advantage there, though Fiora's ultimate, it's hard to say how that'll go. It'd be a complete skill matchup up there.
Yep. I will be heavily surprised if they pull out the Scion. No, I didn't think that was going to happen.
They're going to see Fiddlesticks, though. Fiddlesticks,
Fiddlesticks
great
jungle,
jungler.
too. Yeah. And they're going to lock in the Fizz.
Oh, it's a Fizz instead. Alright, Fizz still a great champion there. Probably going to be their mid laner, though, as opposed to a jungle.
Yep.
For anybody not aware, Fiddlesticks actually one of the, well, back at the beginning of Season 4, I'm not sure about now that we're on patch 12, but Fiddlesticks, one of the best AP jungler, able to carry people from bronze all the way to platinum. It becomes a skill issue. That's what I am told. My friends who main Fiddlesticks is actually stuck at the bottom of gold, so that might be where things start, an actual contest of who is better at their champions as opposed to which champions are simply overpowered.
Yeah, Fiddlesticks is one of those champions where if you can learn to master him and play him really well, then you're going to be a force to be reckoned with, most definitely. And he's one of those champions like Singed, or I'm trying to think of other ones. Tryndamere being one. I mean, once you start getting higher in the ranks, like if you really know what you're doing, you can make some really, really good plays and do really, really well with them if you just main that one champion.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
always something to be
being
said for
confident.
mastering specific champion and being the
Yep.
best you can be with just one. So for things like solo queue team games, it is important to have a versatile champion pool.
Yeah.
Having that one champion you can go back to and carry no matter what, though, is great quality there. Especially when he's not banned out or picked on you.
Oh, so that might actually be the Fizz in the jungle. Locked in the Orianna, most likely going to be
I
mid.
haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah.
But the Fizz in the jungle, if played correctly with the right team composition, can be ridiculously strong.
Interesting. And Team Ink has been pulling out some interesting comps all night and finding great success with things that you normally would think, well, why are they doing that? But they pull it out and they make it work.
Yeah, Ink
So-
showing us the meta is not all there is to this game. It comes down to a combination of knowledge, skill, and solid game mechanics.
Yep. Definitely the knowledge of your champion and what you can and can't do is a big part. And we're seeing that Pantheon again. Kale, Nami, and Fiora over here for, what is this team name? Get fed or die, or
It's
get kills or
fed-
feed try.
Yeah, get
Get kills or feed trying. All right.
I've been
Get kills or
stumbling
feed
over it
trying.
all night.
Yeah. So Ezreal, not the strongest AD carry this patch. to be honest. I mean, he's a little stronger this patch than he was last patch, but still he gets outscaled really hard by Kog'Maw and almost every other AD carry. So we'll see how that bot lane goes with the Thresh Kog'Maw versus the Ezreal Nami. There's definitely going to be a good amount of poke coming out from the Ezreal Nami in lane, but as soon as this Kog'Maw gets scaling, I don't think Ezreal is going to be able to keep up.
Yeah, Kog'Maw is a pretty popular ADC right now. Coming back into it, I'd say this patch is the first time I've really seen him come out frequently. But Ezreal was fairly popular, fallen off a little bit recently, probably due to his scaling ability and the reworks for Lucian. Lucian being fairly similar, in my opinion, to the Ezreal mechanics, only a slightly different kit.
Right. Yeah,
Of
and
course, the Lucian does scale much, much better.
yeah, Ezreal just doesn't have the scaling ability to compete with the mid game of the popular AD carries right now, such as Lucian, Caitlyn, Kog'Maw, Tristana, even Corki. They all have a power spike that they hit where they actually start pumping out a lot of damage on their auto attacks. Whereas Ezreal kind of has this consistent damage over the whole game. He doesn't really have a power spike that you can abuse. And so, I mean, he can still be played to success because he's not a weak AD carry, but against someone like a Kog'Maw, if they get scaling, I'm afraid to see what the Kog'Maw will be able to do.
Yeah, Ezreal's gonna have to rely on those Nami bubbles locking down opponents so he can land those poke. Whereas Kog'Maw will technically outrange him, especially once they hit level 6, aside from the ultimate on Ezreal. But Kog'Maw's much lower down there. He can pretty much spam it.
Yeah. And that's really the story is right now with the AD carry changes and Infinity Edge being a really good rush, is that those hyper carries that sit back at the very back of their team and just hit whatever they can hit and do a bunch of damage are really popular right now. Tristan, Kog'Maw being the best of that bunch right there. And they're super, super powerful because of the AD carry changes. And especially Tristana, because she already went IE rush normally before the changes. And now she can get away with it even more because you're supposed to go IE rush and you got that damage buff on the IE and everyone's going IE rush and she already has that flat attack speed steroid and the super long scaling and range. So she just ends up doing tons of damage from the back line. And Kog'Maw is in that same boat, which is, Ezreal here, unless he's just a super skilled Ezreal player and just can outplay this Kog'Maw, I see him having difficulty trying to keep up in that bot lane.
A fairly fair assessment. We'll see if the difference here, if Fizz can get himself started off well, it will mean trouble for the entirety of get kills or feed trying. But if Pantheon can troll that bottom lane, do some work in the mid lane, we could see potentially a fairly strong bot lane combo coming out. I mean, as you said, Ezreal maintains his damage throughout pretty much the entire game, whereas other ADCs do tend to spike and require different things in order to set up those kills. So, the playstyle, right, it could be an interesting matchup to watch. We'll also be seeing Tryndamere and Kayle on opposite sides of the team, so there's some really interesting ultimates that'll be coming out to this game.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm curious if that Fiora Tryndamere matchup is just going to end up with them sitting top for 30 minutes, just going at each other while the rest of the team kind of fights. I doubt it because, it is a rank 5 team and
I mean, they do
5v5, they have more teamwork. Yeah, and usually top is an island. I've had solo queue games where I'm top or I see the top laner. The other day, just like yesterday, I was playing solo queue and the whole game was just going down. Like 30 minutes in, I look top. Both our top lane and the enemy top laner are 0-0-0, and they both have like 250 CS at like 25 minutes. And I was like, wow. And they're just like, no one come top. Don't mess with us. We're farming. And no turrets had been taken. It was Gragas versus Renekton. And I was like, well, there you go. That's the island.
That is quite the island. I'm surprised with the Gragas versus Renekton pairing that Gragas had not chosen to wander into the mid lane, especially with that kind of CS. Would have made a huge difference in team fights.
Yep. They just decided to stay up there and farm while we just kind of ran through the rest of their team, and we ended up winning that game because Gragas really never came down and had any impact on the game, and the rest of the lanes had won, and Renekton was fine just staying top since he didn't need to come help. But it just goes to show, top can definitely be an island, and right now, especially 5v5, the big meta is the top teleport meta, whereas, okay, we see no teleports here for the top lane, and it's usually involved in keeping a really good communication between the top lane and the rest of the team. But seeing as there's no teleports top lane, it's really going to be more in the mid game of a 4v4 where the top laners are going to have to walk all the way down from top lane just to come and join the fights.
That's true. There are no teleports in this game. It's obviously a deliberate choice by both teams to not take teleport. But I always prefer to see the teleports in the game, seeing the top laner come into that bottom lane. Or recall making the dynamic difference there, either ganking or counter ganking, making it a 4v3 instead of a 3v3 or a 2v3. The mobility granted from teleport is a huge asset, I find, on top laners.
Right,
because they're able to pull it off without it, all the better to them. Because those ignites to your advantage.
Although Tryndamere is he's super successful with the teleport. Like, he can make a huge difference in a fight. So I'm very surprised that he's taking the Ghost Ignite. But we'll see how it plays out for themselves. Let me rearrange the scoreboard for myself here.
Alright, Twitch chat, let us know if my crazy graphics lag is still happening. Things look pretty good to me right now. I do not know how things look on your end exactly. If we do run into more graphics lag and I'm not getting on my PC, then I will... Actually, I forgot I was running the stream on my secondary PC. Just muted so I'm not listening to myself talk. So I could potentially kill the stream I'm watching. Well, I'll bring a run in the background just to... I could pause it. And then I just have the Twitch chat instead of the video, which would limit my bandwidth if was the issue going on last game there. Anyways, we have the setup for an invade here, potentially from purple side is get killed or feed drying.
Yeah, but
Blue side, all up in the purple's top jungle around the blue buff and around the red buff. I completely zoned out and missed that. Tryndamere and Fizz set up for either a steal or a first blood. Like, Kale's gonna go to mid lane potentially. I'm actually gonna go check out the red buff for the purple side. Fiora not in position to defend it either, so they do not know that Tryndamere is in there.
Yep, and Thresh got vision on this invade going on the red side on bottom lane, and he saw that all 5 of the members were there, and so he probably gave a heads up to Tryndamere and Fizz that, hey, you're safe to take that red, and no one's gonna even know that you're taking it. Fiora's definitely not gonna go in there and try to check because she'd either end up dying, or not dying, and they still get the red. She can't contest that. And so they get the red for themselves, and Fizz is going to be able to get his jungle started in a good way. We'll see if Pantheon goes from his blue to the enemy the enemy team's red. If he has any clue that Fizz took it.
And I don't see them knowing that happened, especially with Fiora going through the top lane and Kale not checking anything. It seems like that could be a potential misplay by the purple side.
Yep. It looks like he has no idea, so he's probably just going to walk over to his red buff and see that it's taken, and by that time Fizz will have taken his blue, taken his red, and be on to doing whatever it is that Fizz needs to do.
Tryndamere going a little bit ham in this top lane, a huge amount of damage. He's under that turret.
Oh,
his first blood. Wow.
The crit. That crit was really, really crucial there. I mean, I'm sure if he would have auto-attacked him and didn't crit and walked away, the Ignite would have finished him off. But that crit allowed him to hit her once and walk right out of the tower range. And that's an early lead for Tryndamere. He's going to go straight back and buy a longsword and then just come right back out with a ward as well.
That was well played in the top lane by Tryndamere. Fiora, I'm not going to be overly happy about that. Pantheon inside of Fizz's jungle now, looking for his blue. Potentially going for that Tryndamere though. Noticing the blue's already gone, he's going to run back out. Actually out of this top lane, hopefully. No, he's going to head to that mid lane, picking out the Orianna. That could be the right call. I just want to see.
Looking to get that chaos snowballing.
Fizz also
Fizz
in the
also
mid lane with
there.
a counter gang. We'll see how this
Yeah.
plays out. They do see him.
They see
apparently.
him.
Kale and Kale and Pantheon onto that Fizz. He jumps over the wall though. A great little troll pull by Fizz.
Just gonna bounce his way right out of there. Yeah, Tryndamere's got the level advantage on this Fiora now as well, so it's gonna be a tough lane for Fiora to come back in. Definitely don't want to give Tryndamere an early lead like that.
Once again, guys, for anybody just joining us, this is Not So Stuck Gaming semi-pro bracket tournament. This is Dark Corpse and Ruby shoutcasting for tonight. The current teams that we're watching in our finals matchup are Ink and Get Kills or Feet Trying. Ink composed of all Diamond 1 summoners, actually the number 12 in a 5v5 team, and Get Kills or Feet Trying, our previous participant in our tournaments, composed of mainly Diamond and Platinum summoners. I believe their team rank, they have one somewhere around gold platinum. I believe I saw a platinum team for one or two of their summoners, so it could be that they are the team, or they could just Kale taking a lot of pressure. She does go down.
What a misplay by
comes in.
that Kale. Thought she could flash in range for one more auto attack, but her E expired right as she flashed, so she had nothing to do. And then she was just caught in tower range, and she had no flash to get back out. Just straight up died to that Orianna trying to dive in. Should have been paying more attention to the duration of her E. An early lead going in favor of Ink. 7.4k to 6.2k
Always sucks when
gold.
things like that happen. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a huge culprit of doing exactly that. Be like,
Oh, yeah.
I've got this, flash in, I'm out of mana.
Yeah,
What do I
oh
do
yeah.
now?
I was playing Fizz earlier today, and I did that so many times because I don't play Fizz, let alone I don't play mid, let alone Fizz. And I was just like, oh, I'm gonna play some Fizz. Ended up winning the game still, got carried to be honest, but there's so many times where I just playful slash trickstered in and had no mana. But the dive going on top
He's
lane,
taking a lot of pressure in this top lane. He's under the turret though. If you are taking a huge amount of pressure as well, Tryndamere has to get out with the ignite on him. But half health, Panther gonna chase it down, gets the stun.
whoa, a
Tryndamere
big
looking to
crit
trade
coming
this.
from Tryndamere. Fizz is still here, but he's got no mana. But he can come in, a couple auto attacks,
Looking
gonna
to
pick it up
last
for
in onto
himself.
that. He might get killed for it. We'll see how this plays out. Panther in the offfield is gonna run away,
Whoa.
try and take down Fizz. Does take down Fizz. Fizz goes down, or Panther goes down as well though. Actually a double kill for the Fizz. Post-mortem kill onto Panther.
Oh, the ignite ticks, and that's a solo kill for Orianna as well.
It's the second
Ink
death
doing
to Kale.
really well here. And Fizz, the good thing about Fizz jungle is he's really good at diving turrets because he can come in, do some damage, take the turret aggro, and then lose it by actually playful slash trickstering. The tower will aggro minions or other nearby champions, so he can go in, do his damage, and get out really easily, and still stay under turret for the pressure if he needs to finish off.
Nami, this could be a kill in the bottom lane. That would be the first kill for Corki if it happens, but it's not gonna happen. Okay, not Corki, Kog'Maw. I have this nasty habit of calling Corki.
I've noticed.
Happening all night last night. This is the second game with the Kog'Maw win it today. Might be the third game. I wonder how many times I've called. Twitch chat has counted. I don't know what I'd give you for telling me how many times it is actually. I want to know how many times I've made that mistake.
We're gonna get a Corki counter somewhere here, and every time he calls a Kog'Maw Corki, we're just gonna put that counter up. At the end of every stream, we'll figure out how many times the Dark Corpse call a Kog'Maw Corki. Fizz looking to possibly get a lane gank here and the dive onto Ezreal. Gonna show himself and just laugh a little bit. Troll pull.
So they're potentially going to be putting down this turret. Fizz not impressed with his inability to get that kill there. It's like he wanted to go in on it, but they weren't actually silly enough to jump all the way out.
But Fizz looking to go and contest for that blue. He did not get the steal. He's probably going to be able to just walk up there, but Kog'Maw took a bubble from Nami. Still taking damage from that Pantheon. Little fight going on here between Orianna and Kale. And in the top lane, Tryndamere's got his ult, but so does Fiora. And this is the smacks her one more time. Takes her down.
That was a great
That's a 2-0-2 Tryndamere now, and Kale goes down as well. gold lead now, 13k to 9.7k, but Pantheon ulting onto this Orianna. Does he have what it takes to kill her? A spear, one more spear, and auto attack. He's gonna race away. Oh, the shield! Still not enough. The crit was able to take her down. Hook landing onto Ezreal and a flay. Just gonna do a little damage onto her, but I doubt that they're going to finish him off.
Stopping the behind. Corki is so
Yeah,
basic,
there
so
you
nobody
go.
tries to kill me, but I was really thinking annoying.
Oh, whoa. You heard it here first. Dark Corpse. He doesn't like the Corgi dogs. Tryndamere going to be taking down this turret first and possibly going to be able to turn this into another kill for himself. He is huge now. He's got a 2-level lead on that Fiora, and he's just smacking it. I don't.
Tryndamere, though. We'll see how this goes down.
Yeah, I don't think he fears anyone. He's just probably just going to be able to spin right over here on the Baron wall and get out of there. Or are you going to stay and try to take the red? Calls Pantheon a chicken and says, I'm going to slow you down here. Orianna zoning the Kayle out of this fight here, and he's probably maybe going to be able to just take this red for free. Yep.
Red, but Fiora and Pantheon are both there to try and contest it. We'll see if Pantheon goes in. He does go in. Orianna's backed off now. Tryndamere now by himself versus 2 East the Ignite. He might go down here, spins over the wall, into the Baron pit.
He's just going to walk away from that one.
Does not have to burn his
Things
ultimate.
going really well for Ink here. Everything they try to do and execute is working out really well. And they gave the red buff to Orianna, but the ult coming out from Kayle, the ult coming out from Ori now, a lot of damage. The Ignite ticking, is that going to take her down? Orianna lives from that trade. Pantheon not there in time to pick up the kill, and a little exchange going down bot. Nami ultimate coming out.
Ogmon's gonna go down there. It does go down. Nami
Thresh
goes
picking
down,
up the kill on
Ogmon
Nami.
over the Ezreal with passive. If Thresh can finish off the battle, that's a kill for Orianna in the mid lane. Thresh actually getting kind of low here against the Ezreal. See if Ezreal can finish off this Thresh here. We're gonna do a great job here. One more.
Oh, he
there it
misses
is.
the hook. Yeah, Thresh had the opportunity to hook him and pull him into the tower and possibly 1v1 him, but I don't think it was the smartest idea to try and actually do.
Back onto Fiora. Fiora flashes out of that though. She doesn't have as much of a chance to end against this Tryndamere right now as she would like. I apologize because I haven't reorganized the scoreboard. Get Fiora and Tryndamere in the right places, Pantheon and Fizz in the jungle. And then we're good to go there.
I mean, the CS lead is, across the board, is in favor of Team Ink. And now Tryndamere pushing this second tier turret. And Fizz is here to stop the Pantheon from stopping him. His ult comes out. Good amount of damage coming from him. The troll pull right on top of it. Kale's here as well, but I don't think they have the damage to contest this. A lot of damage coming out.
Flash out of there. See if she pops her ultimate. It's a double kill from Tryndamere. Tryndamere being the biggest difference for Team Ink right now. He is sitting at 502 with 40 farm above his laning partner. Everybody else is about 10 to 20 farm difference. So Orianna also at 5 and
Team's turret has been destroyed.
Watch the Ezreal. Watch the Ezreal. Oh, he's going to take him.
Tryndamere goes down.
Yeah. That was a perfectly executed dive, though, by Fizz and Tryndamere. Luckily, that Ezreal was able to snipe him out, but I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference in this game. He's 5-1 now. Orianna is also 5-1. Fizz is 2-1. He's got 3 assists. He's doing pretty good on the jungle Fizz. Bot lane is winning in CS and pushing them into their tower. Ezreal's got 2 kills, though. I don't know what from. Oh, he got the kill on Thresh, and he just sniped the Tryndamere, but he's still up by about 20 CS, the Cogmires. They're pushing him into that tower. Overall, Ink's doing a very good job.
That's a old lead for Ezreal, to say the least. Turret goes down though to Cog.
What's that? Cog's actually ahead of Ezreal by 100 CS, and I think that's all just from global gold, as well as the CS being a 20 CS lead. That's a good amount of gold, and the 2 turrets that they have in the mid and top lane. So even though Ezreal's got those 2 kills, he is still slightly ahead of that Ezreal. And the ult coming out onto the Pantheon, just going to eat him up with that Shark. Successfully take the blue buff, and they're just going to walk out of here. They are just they take what they want right now. Ink is doing an exceptional job of controlling the map, controlling the objectives, taking the buffs, and also leading in kills. They're going to take a dragon here. No vision for get kills or feed trying, right?
Yes, get kills or feed trying.
All right.
It only took you like 3 tries to get that. I'm impressed. I'm on like 20 or 30 now, and I just confirmed it from you. Like, I didn't actually have to look that up and say it myself. But
Yeah, I keep wanting to say it get kills or get fed or die trying, but it's get kills or feed trying. Oh, the Thresh hook barely missing that Kale, but the Flay, the exhaust, the Thresh ult gonna take
Kale's
her
ultimate
down.
doesn't even come out there. She just goes straight down.
Looks like it was actually on cooldown. It just came off cooldown while she was dead.
That is
So-
unfortunate.
Just a couple seconds off of saving her life there.
Your team's turret has been destroyed.
A 10k gold lead for Ink here. Wow.
14 minute mark, that is quite impressive.
Just
I've
exerting
seen,
their-
I believe the larger gold leads, but I'm not sure if it was this early in the game.
Yeah, at 14 minutes, a 10k gold lead it's pretty fatal. I mean, at that point, you got to be looking towards. I mean, there's not much that get kills or feed trying can do at this point. Really, I mean, they can try and turtle, they can try and farm, but
And they could try to get kills and eat instead.
right.
It's something they could
I mean,
do.
it seems like almost what they've been doing for the most of this game, and I hate to say that, but this is Ink's game to lose. It's all depends on them making mistakes themselves. Oh, the Thresh Flay to stop the ultimate. That was good. That was good.
Well played by Thresh. Starting at 2-1. Actually outperforming his Kog'Maw, apparently, as far as KDA
Wow.
goes. Some action in the top lane. Fiora ult onto the Tryndamere. Tryndamere going to take down Fiora, though.
Tryndamere is just so ahead of everyone right now. He's 7-1 now. There's no way that Fiora could 1v1 him from
His
that
ult
well.
onto Ezreal. Fizz doing a lot of work there. Does get the kill.
And yeah, it's up to Team Ink to actually make mistakes and lose this game. Because at this point, get kills or feed trying, nothing they can do here will put them back in the game. They have to heavily rely on Team Ink making mistakes. And from what I've seen tonight, Team Ink isn't going to make mistakes. They're going to close out this game as safely as they can, and they're going to get the win in the end.
Team,
Unless they make serious mistakes.
get killed or if you try definitely needs to pull out all the stops they even want to try and come close to closing this gold gap. I mean, turtling is possibly even out of the question at this point as they'll just lose turrets.
Yeah, it almost seems hopeless for get kills or feed trying. It doesn't seem like there's much they can do. I mean, there's a Baron. If they could somehow get in the position to sneak Baron when they know that they can secure it, then they could possibly stall this game out enough for...
Those 6 turrets
I don't
are
know.
a big advantage for Ink, but the 13 kills, not so much. I mean, 1 or 2 good picks could lead to solid ace, and
Right.
I guess that does rely on Team Ink making a mistake, allowing the pick to happen first.
And they seem to be positioning themselves perfectly. And right now they're setting up for Baron. Ezreal going to be throwing the ult over there to check it. They know they're going to do it, but can they actually contest it this early in the game? Even Team Ink doesn't have the tankiness or the damage to burst down Baron fast enough before get kills or feed trying comes there and actually destroys them with that, especially on a Kale, with that Baron debuff shredding their MR. And Kale just comes in there and throws a couple auto attacks in with her Eon, and she can actually clean that up pretty well. So good job for Team Ink just backing off when they saw the Ezreal ult coming out. They didn't even... I'm not sure if they saw the Pantheon ult come out because Pantheon was able to cancel it, so that means they did not see the animation of the Pantheon ult coming out. But they just had this feeling that they were going to come and contest it, and they knew that they're not at that point in the game where they can still fight even with a Baron debuff on them.
Stay around. It was coming even to being that far behind would have been a questionable choice. We've seen so many throws around the Baron pit, around the Dragon pit. People going, we want this objective. We know that's being contested. We're going to take it, but it's going to cost us 3, 4, maybe even 5 of our team members. I mean, it's not worth it in that case.
No, and Team Ink knows that they are not going to give up anything for this Baron. They're only going to take this Baron as long as they can secure it. And honestly, with Tryndamere and Fizz just forcing everybody out of this,
Tryndamere going
They
a little bit
can actually
campy
do
on
this.
Skateboard. He's all by himself. He popped his ultimate to stay alive.
Yep. And they're gonna get off the Baron and
Does
just
get shut down though.
kill that Fiora. Yep, Tryndamere does get shut down, but this fight is still heavily in favor of Team Ink in this.
That's 4-2.
Looks like they're just gonna end after
Could be
this.
a 5-2 fight if Pantheon goes down. If Pantheon will go down for the ace.
Now the death timers are fairly short, so they could probably just get an inhib off this and come back.
Have trouble even getting that
Siege.
hit.
Yeah, their wave wasn't pushed in a good position for them to actually get that. Maybe a tower. Not sure if they'll even get this tower, but Kale is here to defend. Tryndamere is not up, and neither is Fizz, and those are the two heavy dives, so they can't really dive anyone here. Almost seems like a smart idea to just back off.
As I'm stealing this mid lane turret, they are without both the Fizz and the Tryndamere, two of the main carries. So they do have Orianna, who's been doing fairly well. Pantheon on something he landed onto. It is Ginormous. Knew that is a Thresh. Not able to get the damage he wanted there. Thresh landed coming in, pulling Orianna out. Kog'Maw on his own, trying to escape without the help of that lantern.
Yep, and a good disengage by Team Ink. Team Ink is just positioning perfectly. They know where they need to be, and they're there when they need to be there. And they can just disengage perfectly, they can engage perfectly. They've got a bunch of damage coming out from Orianna, Fizz, and Tryndamere, and Kog'Maw.
Yeah, they have a huge team comp for damage. Not a lot of tanks in this game as far as Ink is concerned, but the damage potential from all of the champions are pretty high.
Right, and so both teams went for the high DPS top laners, and not the tankiest junglers either. I mean, Panth can end up getting a little bruiser-ish later. Fizz probably not. He's just going for that AP damage, but it looks like Team Ink is looking to close out the game early, and Fizz is able to just sit in their jungle and kill that Pantheon one-on-one while taking the blue buff. It's just showing how much dominance they have over this game right now. And now they're in the jungle chasing the Nami, but the hook and the flame miss can't do much out of that. Ezreal just going to be taking his red.
Alright, so Team Ink waiting this one out, waiting for Orianna, Tryndamere, and Fizz to actually get hit with his mid lane, though Kog'Maw might be able to push it all by himself. He is 2v the 3 members of Get Fed or Die Try. I mean, get kills or feed trying.
There you go.
Right, we need a misname counter as well as a Corki counter, apparently.
Yeah.
See how many times Dark Dwarfs can mess up a team name.
And Corki just poking heavily from the back line with that super long range, almost killing the Kale. Going to force her out of there. And it looks like they're just going to siege up for this inhib tower.
Wait, you call him Corki?
Did I call him Corki? Oh, God.
I think you totally did.
Oh, God.
I think Kog'Maw now
It's
needs
spreading.
a Corki skin.
It's spreading.
Guys, we should all send Riot support ticket saying, why Riot? Why does Kog'Maw not have an awesome Corki skin?
Yeah.
And he'll be a dog and sound like Corki, and everyone's super confused. I mean,
Well, he is
just
the
Kog'Maw.
Void Puppy.
Exactly. I mean, we could give him like a cooler dog breed skin, but Corgis are popular right now. I mean, wants to see a Great Dane Kog'Maw skin. Just doesn't seem right.
Oh, man. Oh, man. That
Great death
Pantheon
sentence.
taunting and just getting hooked and dying. Wow. Vision control OP. That's why you ward. Because you get those picks like that. A flash play on all 3 members into an Orianna ult. Whoa, the Wombo combo coming out perfectly from Team. Oh god, now I'm losing my mind. Yeah, I mean, forgetting every name and mispronouncing everything.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
Just getting this bot inhib, the Pantheon ult
That's
coming
2
out, but
inhibs going
onto
down. They might be able
who?
to finish off these Nexus turrets here. I mean, get killed or
This
keep
might be
trying
great.
to defend it. Bill's going down yet. They have a chance. The Orianna going a little bit in, but the ultimate taking a huge punishment. I mean, Fiora there, not Orianna. But
There's
Kale
a-
just
barely
running.
missing that
It's
Kale.
I think Kale is done playing the game. As Marshy's making the right decision, baiting out
Trying to
3
stall
of
it out.
Ing, allowing her team to keep those Nexus turrets alive. That could actually be what she was doing, not just being a Rager. I think that may have been an intentional distraction. Saved them a few seconds at least.
Although it doesn't seem like any sort of distraction like that is going to save them at this point. It's 31-9, 46, 25k gold to almost 30k gold, 29k gold. They're pushing the Nexus towers, and Team Get Kills or Feed Trying doesn't even have one tower off of Team Ink.
Yeah, that is 9
mean-
towers to 0, 31 kills
Yeah.
to 9. There is a 15, 16, or 17 gold in favor of Team Ink right now. Team Ink has done a great job getting to the finals. There were some really close games involving them, especially the game against.
Yeah.
I'm gonna double check that bracket so I the team name against Shadowhost game. Shadowhost getting put up against
That was a good game. That was a good game. But this game, they came out. They had the confidence from winning all their past games. They're like, let's just do it. They executed everything they needed to do perfectly.
Yeah, Team
And it
Ink,
was-
once they got to the semifinals, like, okay guys, we're here. Let's not
Yeah. It was
that
it
is
was a
exactly
lot less of there's a lot less of Team Get Kills or Feed Trying misplaying. I mean, there were a couple big misplays that led to some kills in lane that maybe shouldn't have happened. But it was more of Team Ink just executing everything they needed to do perfectly, and Team Get Kills or Feed Trying not having an answer for any of the things that Team Ink would pull out.
got a little bit of all chat trolling going on there.
Yeah.
Apparently there. I mean, if you're lagging, you can pause the game, so I don't think there's actually a major issue here.
Yeah, I'm sure that's just the troll. So be it, man. So be it, you know. I mean, even at this point, if he was lagging and he died, let's be real. What difference would have been made if they paused it and kept him from dying one more time? It's 33-10. Team Get Kills or Feed Trying
Europe, India,
they're just
and
getting.
India all having 9 deaths, while Israel and Ruby did fairly well in that one. 5 piece.
They got kills and they did not feed Trying, while the rest of their team, well,
Barely fed.
they fed in attempts. Yeah, they
That's
attempted.
gonna be the game.
They fed.
Team Ink emerging victorious. This was
Wow.
the finals matchup of Not So Stock Gaming's semi-pro tournament, where summoners must be ranked between Gold 5 and Diamond 1 in the solo queue in order to participate. I'd like to thank all teams for participating tonight, as well as all of our viewers, as well, and Ruby for coming out to join us to Shoutcast for most of these matches tonight. It's been awesome to have you, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me. I really enjoyed it. First time out here. I hope to return.
Alright, so I guess I'll let you say...
Mispronounce Kog'Maw a couple more times.
yeah, we'll
Go ahead.
we'll call him Corky all night long.
Yeah.
Say a quick goodbye to Twitch chat for us, and I'll give us a closeout. I guess we could do a quick keychain giveaway again too before I close
Ooh,
out the
yeah.
stream. But
A
I'll let
keychain hype.
yeah, keychain hype. But I'll let you say a quick bye first, and then I'll handle that myself. I think it should only take like a minute.
All right. Well, Twitch chat, you guys are awesome. I really enjoyed coming out for the first time. I hope to be here again. And I love hanging out here, and I'll see you guys another day.
All right. Thank you very much, Ruby. I'm gonna cut that stream to you now. Have a good night. All right, guys. So we just concluded the semifinal tournament from Not So Stock Gaming. Team Ink did emerge victorious. I'll get that onto the bracket. I'm not 100% sure if our bronze match has concluded. It would appear that round 4, yes, round 4 is Team Chromatic. Team Chromatic says they have won that bronze match game. So I'm going to record that for Team Chromatic. So we have a full roster lineup for you guys. And I'm also going to do a quick giveaway right now for anybody who's still here. So type 1, the number 1, into Twitch chat once and only once if you would like to enter. Remember, for physical prizes, we do have to mail those out, so if you're not okay with giving us your mailing address, please do not enter, since we would like to actually be able to award the prizes to people. So again, guys, the tournament has concluded. Team Inc. has emerged victorious. Congratulations to Team Inc. That is 2 tournaments in a row they are coming victorious, and they won last night's open bracket tournament. Getting to participate in our semi-pro tournament tonight have emerged victorious as well. We'll see if they can be knocked off of their pedestal next week. So I'm going to give this a quick minute here. We'll go to 10:44. Let's see. Yeah, 10:44 gives us a minute and a half. So people have 1 minute and a half to type the number 1 in the Twitch chat once and only once, which will get you entered into our competition where I will grab a random number generator, generate a random number, and somebody will win a keychain. The keychains are awesome little flashlights. I'll see if I can find the image of that on Facebook for you guys, get it posted across so you guys can all see what's actually going on here, what we're trying to give away to you. There we go, I found it. Copy image URL, post to Twitch chat. That might be the wrong URL, we'll see if that works. It will work. It's a small version of the image, but it's an image. Alright, looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people entered so far. 1 more minute here. Ten seconds for ones. 10 seconds for ones, guys. If you haven't typed 1 in the Twitch chat and you'd like a chance to win an awesome little flashlight keychain, type that 1 in. Alright, we are closing the vote. I believe we are still at 8 members, so I'm going to grab a quick random number generator. Give it the numbers 1 through 8. And it's going to pump back a 4. Who's the 4th entry? Scrolling up, scrolling down. Got 1, 2, 3. Hey, look at that. Kimura. Kimura emerges victorious, gets 3200 RP, a triumphant Raya skin for winning the tournament, and a cute little keychain for being in the Twitch chat. Congratulations, Kimura. So I will grab your address from you, assuming you are cool with that, and we will get that sent out to you on Monday. Anyways, guys, this was a Not So Stock Gaming semi-pro bracket tournament. Semifinals concluded a while ago. Finals just concluded. We watched Inc. emerge victorious over Get Kills or Feed Trying. We also have reports that Team Chromatic has defeated Lost Kids in Africa in the bronze match for 3rd place. So we have concluded the entirety of our tournament tonight. This was Dark Corp shoutcasting for you guys. I'd like to say thank you for viewing, thank you for joining us, thank you for participating, and have a good night.